making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars.
Morning, gamer! Gaming morning show kicking off this Monday. February is right around the corner. It is January 18th, 2021, and we couldn't be more excited to have you on Gaming Morning Show. It is very exciting. The time that is now that we are together and having the opportunity to spend it with you wherever you may be is super, super, super exciting. And I am so happy that you're able to be with us wherever you may be on Gaming Morning Show. If you are still here with me, gentlemen, I would like you to proceed with the show with me today. How does that sound?
February was fair. February's just a short 2 weeks away.
That's all it's gonna take.
Two weeks.
Yep.
March is coming.
Be on the lookout for March. You never know.
March, you watch out.
What are you trying to say? The February thing was not a relevant point, huh? What are you trying to say? Oh my gosh.
You're just, time goes on. You're just so excited for the time that's coming.
What is time, really? Who are you? I am Ryan, that is Sean, and Mike O. Thanks for being with us. Dasonex joining us this morning on Twitch. Appreciate you being here. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Coming up this day in gaming history, birthdays to celebrate as well. So if you have a birthday to celebrate with us, we would certainly appreciate you doing so. And we got Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news halfway through this hour. Later on, a top 10 list, sports, a whole bunch of good stuff still ahead on this Monday edition of Gaming Morning Show. It is National Peking Duck Day, National Thesaurus Day, National Winnie the Pooh Day, National Michigan Day, Blue Monday, Family Meditation Week.
Oh.
And by family meditation, I mean mediation week. Two very different things. Although, you might find the tools that you need through meditation to handle the mediation. And of course, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Thank you so much for being here. Sports are awesomely dumb. Because they're great, and then they're dumb. So, yeah.
They're great dumb.
They're so great, or dumbly great, really, when you think about it. Yeah, dumbly great. So, I mean, for the most part, it was a good weekend. Flames won on Saturday, beat the Canucks, shut them out 3-0, which was cool. Most of the football games went the way that I wanted. Not gonna lie, when Patrick Mahomes left the game, I was kind of optimistic that maybe the Browns would pull it off, but they in fact reminded me they're the Browns. So
they tried, but hey, Tommy looked really good.
Oh, Tommy. That one was tough for me because I really love Tommy. But I also really like Breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFC, there's going to be some heartbreak because I also like Rodgers. So,
yeah, no, that one's tough.
There was really no end game. So,
But Tom, I think he's proven he might be the GOAT. He was not a system guy. He's like legit GOAT.
I had this conversation with our mother-in-law. She made a comment. She's like, "Well, how old does Tom Brady want to be before he retires?" I was like, "Well, I think at this point, he wanted to go out and prove that he didn't need the Patriots. Yeah. Likewise, the Patriots wanted to go on and prove they didn't need Tom Brady. One of those two was correct."
So far.
Yeah. Well, it was a Michigan man weekend, though. Chad Henne stepped in for Mahomes and did the job, even though he tried to not a couple of times. But no, football was exciting this weekend. We can say that.
Yeah. That Chad Henne had some really big moments in that game, especially that scramble to get the first. Well, he got to 4th and 1, so 4th and inches. I mean, that was pretty nuts. Good morning, AJ. Thanks for being here.
Ish,
Yeah, right. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I think
First itch down.
I think Tommy's interesting because you're right. I completely agree with what you're saying, Sean. And then the next thing of that too is there's been few quarterbacks that have gone on to play with the second team to win a Super Bowl, and very much so, like through their own play. Like when Peyton Manning won the second Super Bowl with the Broncos, it wasn't because of Peyton Manning at that point. It was because of the defense, and Peyton Manning made sure not to screw it up in Super Bowl 50. Because Joe Montana is the one that comes to mind. The comparison between Brady has been Montana by and large, and Montana left, went to the Chiefs, got them to the AFC Championship, but could never get them to the Super Bowl nor win another one. So if Tom can figure out a way to do that, not only will the 2 more championships help, plus maybe a 7th with the Buccaneers, but also the fact that he was able to do it with 2 other teams, and in his first year with that new team too. So it'll be interesting. I think Superphonic was somewhere they were cheering.
It's sad they have to do it through the Packers this year.
I know. I mean, I won't be upset, especially with the Chiefs winning yesterday. I'm all NFC at this point. The other cool thing about Brady, if he takes him to the Super Bowl, he'll also be the first person to play on the home field for the Super Bowl, which would be interesting. So, but somewhere Superphonic is cheering and yelling and jumping on top of furniture and stuff, I imagine, or slept through it and is watching it as we speak because it was on late in the UK. Good morning, AJ. As I mentioned, thanks for the host on Twitch. How are you all doing today? Sean?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know. It's been a weird weekend. My wife got called into work last night, so had an impromptu. She disappeared. So the kids and I hung out. And
does she leave in like a plume of smoke? Does she throw a grenade down and be like, vanish?
So when she gets called into work, her shift starts at 6. And it goes from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And so usually she finds out around like 3. And she's like, oh, they want me to work. I've agreed to work. And then she just disappears because she has to go take a nap. And then right at about 5, I go down and I wake her up and she goes off to work. And then it's like, okay, well, now dinner and bedtime. And I guess we're doing this.
How was your weekend, Mike?
It was good. It was good. It was one of those weekends when I don't really remember what we did. I think there was a lot of chillaxing. I think chillaxing was happening. It was quiet house this weekend, so that was kind of nice. Minus the 6-year-old going bananas, who I cannot guarantee at some point during this broadcast she may or may not break into my office and ask me random questions about things. So I can't guarantee that, and it might not happen. The wife had to go shopping because, of course, they all have today off because it's MLK Day. So I have a half day, so I'm good.
Nice.
Or I can go pretend I'm working upstairs later. It'll be great. Yeah, no, it was a good weekend. Good weekend. It snowed a whole bunch here in Indiana. It was, I mean, not like accumulating, but like I just felt like it just kept snowing and snowing. I feel like if I lived in Pennsylvania, there'd be 9 feet of snow on the ground right now. But Indiana has this weird thing where the ground just eats the snow. So that's good.
It sounds terrifying. Just like some people think the ocean's terrifying.
Oh,
which
why
means
would they think that?
that we're going to tell you about eels today. Good morning, Dr. Chick. Thanks for being with us on Twitch as well. Sleepy and caffeinating. How are you, real AJ Storm? That was the reply from Dacinix. We are asking about eels because I saw this story this morning on Twitter that apparently some electric eels are known to coordinate attacks. And it made me just think of there's these groups of animals that just randomly scare people. People have different reactions to them. For example, one of my best friends from elementary school on the way through high school was always just irrationally afraid of wolves. If I see a wolf attack, like the other day, I was scrolling through Instagram Explore, and there's this person stopped in the middle of like a snowstorm on the road, and here comes an elk across the road just running, and here comes like 8 wolves following it just across the road. And I sent that to him, and I was like, how's this make you feel? He's like, oh my gosh. It was like that shiver thing, right? And so it reminds me of bees. And then this eel thing also made me think of the ocean, because I remember I had a friend who was dating a person, and that person was super afraid of lakes because didn't like stagnant water, basically. So it wasn't an irrational fear of water. It wasn't a specific fear about anything other than the fact that just didn't like water that stood still. Liked rivers. Rivers were great.
Because it moves. I see. I see.
Yeah, it was something
Interesting.
about like stagnant water that just wasn't that person's jam. So
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have anything like that with specific bodies of water, especially not that specific. I know some people have like an issue with bodies of water where they can't see the bottom. Like I think my sister's that way. Like if she's in the ocean, like at the beach in the ocean where she can see the bottom, she's just fine. But if you took her out on a boat where she can't see the bottom, she starts to freak out.
even on a boat with T-Pain.
If she's on a boat and it's going fast,
And
it's the same.
When I was a kid, I had a thing with lakes that had like a lot of algae on the bottom, or like seaweed, or I don't even know, lake weed, lake nest. I don't know. I couldn't swim in those though. I had a very large problem with it because it touch your feet and get all slimy and gross and nasty.
lakeweed sounds like a strain that you get from a specific like dealer or something like that. What's my favorite? What's your favorite part about living here? Oh, it's definitely the lakeweed. It's like the best. But no, I just thought this was interesting. So they say some electric eels coordinate attacks to zap their prey. The knife fishes were thought to dine alone, but in the Amazon, hundreds hunt together. And I've never really, honestly, like seen an eel up close. I don't remember having like one of those moments where it just so happens to be swimming by at a certain time. But I never even had considered, oh, this might be like a pack hunt. And that sounds awful.
Interesting.
Could you imagine
That's
like
sad.
Terrifying.
It does not sound pleasant, no.
Not at all.
And I don't really have, like, I'm not scared of eels, but a group of anything can be terrifying. Coordinated efforts can be scary.
Yeah, especially like if you think of, you know, the Chiefs' offense moving as one, like it's just absolutely terrifying.
You know, the snipers on this map are kind of like eels. There's a lot of them.
I'm rooting for you so hard right now, legit shouting at my monitor. What are you rooting for me to do? Do you play well at Call of Duty? Because if so, you've come to the right place. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
matter
see.
what?
See, the thing is, Mike, if you want to get into my psyche, see, I got money on my mind. It can never be enough.
Okay.
Okay. There's a sentry gun over here. I
My
got
wife loves that song because whenever she asks me a question, I just play it on my phone, and she just stays there.
Well,
I just
thank
got
you.
shot. I laid down because I thought I was protecting myself, and instead I just presented myself to be killed a lot quicker. That was cool.
Hello! Please shoot me! Apparently AJ is legitimately rooting for me to do well in this game. I get 1 or 2 kills, and AJ's on the train with me, saying, "Let's go!" And then I die, and then he gets
This
sad.
person
Or AJ
is
gets
really
sad.
good at sniping. I am not. Oh.
They say that one Volta's electric eel, able to subdue small fish with an 860 volt jolt, is scary enough. And now imagine over 100 eels swirling about, unleashing coordinated electric attacks. That would be like 8,600 volts. By 8,600, I mean 86,000 volts, because I'm multiplying times 100, not by 10. See what I'm saying? Like, it becomes a whole different ballgame when you think about it like that.
Oh, we
Um, Coordinated Electric Attacks was my metal band in high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coordinated Electric Attacks.
Speaking of metal bands, I introduced my kids to Screamo this weekend.
Mhm.
Great. They hated it.
Okay, so who's the lead singer of Screamo?
Well, it's a genre.
I know, it always sounds like a band though to me. I've never heard it referred to as Screamo as much as I've ever heard it referred to as Screamo by you. But I think that's me. It's not you. I'm sure it's very commonplace. So anyway, I'm very confused. Maiko from Screamo. So this brings up the idea then, what animals are you absolutely afraid of? Which scare you the most? And then are you afraid of any certain bodies of water? I don't fall into that latter category. I'm not afraid of rivers or whatever. I do have, I said this last night because there was a commercial where it starts off with a person toward the bottom of like a very deep end of a pool. Not like the 8 feet, but like the 12 or 16 feet, like one of those diving pools. And I do have an issue, like, I don't think I would want to be deeper than, like, 6 feet or... No, I can't be because I'm 6 feet tall. 8 feet of water. Like, if I was down at 12 feet, I would not be okay with that because I have this issue of trying to get up in time. And maybe that's just because I know I don't have, like, tremendous lung capacity. But, like, being in rivers or lakes or whatnot where you're, you know, likely on top of the water unless something odd happens... So I don't really have a bodies of water thing, but the bees, like this, what screwed me up was that movie My Girl when Macaulay Culkin's character gets killed by the bees. That was like, that sealed the envelope on any possibility I had to like emerge from this fear of bees. It was over at that point.
Yeah, bees are up there. I was once swarmed by yellow jackets. I was doing some like yard work, like clearing out like a bunch of weeds for a family friend, and I was working around this tree stump, and turns out there was a yellow jacket hive in the tree stump, and the sound of the weed whacker I was using caused them to freak out and swarm me. And luckily my like 20-year-old self was smart enough to drop the weed whacker, and most of them attacked the weed whacker because that's what they're most concerned with. But a dozen or so followed me, and I got stung like 9 times. And so that didn't help my fear of like bees and stinging insects. But most of the time when I have encounters with those, it's specifically like bees or like bumblebees. We had a bunch of lavender around the front of our house at our old house, and the bumblebees loved those. And I was okay with those because I knew that they were there for the lavender, and if I just let them be, they would leave me be. And so I did okay there. Happy
bee jokes.
But yeah, I think that's the closest I have is stinging insects.
Why
Dang.
Why do we need to have them, really, if you think about it? I mean, what good do they do?
I feel like everyone kind of has that story about bees. You know, everyone always has been we flipped, has been attacked by bees of some sort. I wasn't 20. I was fairly young, and I was at day camp, and I was shaking a fence, and unbeknownst to me, inside said fence, or on top of said fence, was a bunch of it was like a yellow jacket hive, and they all attacked me and got me in the ear.
Ooh.
And that sucked. That sucked a lot.
See, so here's the kicker though. I've never actually been attacked by bees. Like mine is
for real?
fully irrational. Like you said, everyone has that story. No, I never have. Legend has it that I was stung when I was like 3, and I cried, and it was a bad day, you know. But like, I apparently have never actually been fully, you know, attacked by bees. I just am so irrationally afraid of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like bathtubs. I'm just kidding. I love bathtubs. They're great.
They're pretty good.
Bodies of water, bathtubs. Is that what you're saying?
The sink terrifies me. When I'm at the sink, it's like I get the cold sweats.
I never even wash
Bodies-
my hands anymore.
Bodies of water, I'm okay with. Bodies in water,
Oh
terrifying.
yeah. Depends how old it is, I guess.
Man, Chad, I'm surprised that nobody has an animals or bodies of water thing, because I just assumed that was going to be, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not a big fan of that. So
The closest thing I have with like bodies of water, the idea of being in the water like scuba diving or something, or anything being so deep where you have to like decompress on the way up, where you can't just come straight up,
Yeah.
that terrifies me. And that kind of triggers some of my like claustrophobia. That idea of like being in a place where you can't just get out of it,
yeah.
that's kind of scary.
Well, and see,
Yeah, I don't think I could ever scuba dive for that reason. I'd be like, do I have to decompress? Do I have to? Are we
Yeah.
okay? Do I have the bends? Is this the bends? Yeah,
what's
I'd
the
be like, oh, shut
bends?
up. I think it's when all the CO2 in your blood like bubbles, basically.
Ugh.
It creates bubbles in your veins and whatnot. If you come up from deep too far, and it's very, very painful. It's very bad.
So okay, so going back to my whole thing about being in like 12 feet of water and not being able to come up, I said this about not having equipment, right? I actually would be interested in scuba diving because I'd have the equipment to be able to do it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it was this idea of being 12 feet or 18 feet down underneath and not being able to get up on time. That's what's
Yeah.
scary. I didn't, I guess, realize there was more to it than just making sure you had oxygen.
Yeah, there's certain, and I don't know the science behind it because I don't actually scuba dive, but there's a certain depth and certain amount of pressure that once you get there, you can't just quickly come back up. And I think it's pretty substantial. Like I don't think it's something that occurs
It's not
every
like
time
20
you're
feet.
scuba diving. Yeah. But like if you're going like deep sea scuba diving, you can't just pop right back up,
Sure. Okay.
and that's scary.
All right. So, please take a note that we need to have a scuba diving expert join us.
How deep can I go without dying?
So I have drowned once at a theme park. The line was so long, my friend wanted to skip it, so he went down the
my
slide. I went after him and not knowing how deep it was, so I tried to swim up and panicked, and I gave in and yelled for help. So yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I had one incident where I got trapped underneath an inner tube in a river, and I definitely gasped, like that initial, I assume, because I've never actually fully drowned. I gasped that, like, first breath of what brought in some water, and it freaked me the heck out, so I didn't ever really want an inner tube again. But I realized, like, that was not that, like, as I got older, because I was probably 6 or 8 or something at the time. I realized as I got older, like, that wasn't really the situation. It was just my fault. I was
It's not the
underneath it.
norm.
I could have found the opening if I hadn't really panicked. But that sounds awful. And water slides have definitely, like, freaked me out a little bit occasionally. So, yeah, hearing that's awful. So when you say you drown, like, did you have to be revived? Like, are you on your second life in a lot of ways?
Are you a cat?
That sounds awful.
Meow. You being a cat sounds
Thinking about bodies of water and stuff. I don't know how many people enjoy like tubing on rivers and whatnot. I can't do that. Partially because a number of years ago, when I was working at camp, I had to go pick a bunch of kids up off of a canoe trip. And when we got there, there was like a whole bunch of people, like emergency vehicles and whatnot. And it was because there was a group of folks that did the rafting thing where they went down the river, and a guy like fell out of his little donut thing and got caught on brush and ended up drowning.
Oh my
and
gosh.
as soon as I got there, they like found the body and they were bringing it out. So I was like, oh my god. So I'm like, we helped move him out of the boat to the corners thing, and it's just like I don't ever want to go in here.
And you're talking about like the slow float down the river on tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
amazing
he got
how many.
stuck on brush.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, what?
amazing how many times that like that story I've heard, especially because Oregon has a lot of rivers, and so a lot of
Yeah.
people do the casual floats down things. And I've only done it once, and I was not afraid, but I've heard that story. Like even my wife once was doing that with a group of friends, and they got caught up on a tree branch or something, and it created some panic, obviously, or luckily I should say, no one died like that incident, but it could have happened. So, hey, Copia's here. Good morning. Thanks for being here on what is starting to be a little bit of a sorrow gaming morning show so far, because we brought up a topic of, fear and, water. So,
I don't like meerkats either. Those little things look like they're always planning something.
damn. Yes. So Dr. Chick specifically said a lifeguard had to do CPR, and I ended up going to the hospital. That was high school end of year trip. Oh my gosh, Dr. Chick.
Can you see into the future now? I don't know if that's accurate. But I had a friend who fully believed that if you ever died, you can see the future. So what are the lottery tickets? Lottery numbers.
I like how Mike's first question is, hey, can you see into the future? Because if so, I want the lottery numbers. As if Dr. Chick would not have used that already.
Or maybe it's like a rule, like something was like you cannot use it for your own lottery numbers.
But you can use them for Mike's lottery.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, so Copia's got the open water thing. It said swimming pools are doable. Anything else other than that, though? What about animals? Like, does nobody have the wolf thing? But I agree with you. Like, anything that does hunt in packs, like, because okay, so growing up, we lived in one place one time where, like, imagine a football field, probably 2 football fields behind our yard, or our house, I should say, was like the wildlife, like the wilderness, if you will. It wasn't like a preserve, but it was the start of like an official forest. And so we'd have bears get trapped back there all the time. So I've twice I've pet grizzly bears because they got trapped and they were sedated. And so I was able to come up and like touch their fur, which was pretty cool. Their claws are gigantic, which you probably know. But I also developed somehow, some way, like night terrors. I started to have those with bears.
Oh gosh.
And one time I remember specifically, it was either a dream, but I think it was in reality because I think my parents remember this too. There was this hill up out our rear window up to the right, so I don't remember what direction, and it doesn't really matter for the purpose of the story. But there was a mama bear and 2 cubs just walking up on that hill. We could see them kind of in the dusk light, and I went and hid. I guess I was in like the corner of my room for like a couple hours because I was so terrified. And now I'm not that terrified of bears. I don't have terrors anymore or any of that stuff. But at the time I was, and so you get it hammered into you when you're young, like what to do if you're face to face with a cougar, or what to do if you're face to face with a bear. And so like that seems clearly unpleasant, but more like survivable than the idea of having to fend off 6 wolves or something. You know what I mean? That idea of the pack hunting is definitely startling. So in other words, could you fight off a bear? That's basically what I'm asking.
It's, for me, honest, the creature that scares me the most, I think, are jellyfish.
Ooh, yeah, jellyfish.
Because, like, I have seen all sorts of, like wildlife documentaries about, like, the box jellyfish and whatever that one is that's, like, the size of your pinky that, like, will murderize the heck out of you, Like, that's intense. And I always wonder, like, you see the little jellyfish, and I'm like, oh, is this one gonna get me? And you can't, because they're just little jellyfish. They can't actually do a whole lot of harm, but they're still really scary.
All right, it's 6:34 West Coast time, 9:34 on the East, and 2:35 in the UK this afternoon. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Animals, not so much, says Dr. Chick. Only night terrors I had in the past is from Mr. X from Resident Evil. Weeks on end, I have never watched or talked about Resident Evil, and all of a sudden, randomly, Mr. X shows up, and I am scared. Okay, all right. Happy we can bring those out on Gaming Morning Show. Speaking of which, Resident Evil's having an event on Thursday. Who wants to watch it together? I tweeted, or I think I am going to tweet. I don't know, but I saw that earlier. So yeah, I guess we can scratch you off that list, Dr. Chick. Kopi is saying that's fair, Dr. Chick. It's good to have a safety blanket. I had a safety blanket for a really long time. So yeah, it was interesting growing up around the bears that close. I will tell you, they're not Berenstain, okay?
Or they're also not the bears.
The bears.
Although they're large too.
We are going to tell you about some of our new Patreons in just a bit, but first, it is time to get informed. We got This Day in Gaming History coming up shortly. We also have birthdays to celebrate, one of which is a feline friend of the Gaming Morning Show community. That's ahead on Gaming Morning Show. But right now, at 6:36 Pacific Time, let's find out the news headlines of the day when it comes to video games. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, January 18th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. First up, New York Times, and this comes from us from Zach Zwiesen of Kotaku. He talks about this recent New York Times piece that they ran on the front page, complaining that kids are playing too many video games during the pandemic. And I wanted to talk about this because I have multiple issues with this. Number one, this is not the 90s. We've learned a lot about video games, so don't run a piece on your front page about kids playing too many video games. Number two, don't run it during the pandemic, where video games are one of the only options for some kids, and have given kids an opportunity to socialize with their peers in ways they cannot do during the pandemic. So in the article, they quote some experts presented a lot of, quote, scary numbers about screen time during the pandemic. They also spent time during the article to talk about a random small family that is currently struggling during the pandemic, and their son plays a lot of video games as a way to connect with his friends. His father and mother are concerned about how much time he spends in front of the screen, but also knows it's one of the few ways he has to safely socialize while COVID runs wild across the world. They at no point in the article talk about the social benefits of video games during the pandemic or anything like that, just the unhealthy and dangerous amounts of screen time for kids, and about how kids need to disconnect more. So, bad job, New York Times. Do better.
I had one very specific problem with this article. It was that they found a stock photo of kids playing a PlayStation, and that is the one that shows up when you tweet it out. It has a square TV, and it's clearly from like the late 90s. So I wish they would have found a different version. So
Ryan was not being generic. They are playing a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Literal PlayStation.
Yeah.
A PlayStation. With wired controllers, like they're some sort of caveman. Speaking of video games being dangerous, a man was fined $270 for breaking lockdown to play Pokemon Go.
Reasonable.
BBC reports a man in England, which is currently in lockdown. He attempted to curb his rampant infection. Oh no, it's talking about something else. He decided that Pokemon Go is more important, and so he broke quarantine and was caught and fined by local police. About $270, 200 of those little L things. No one knows what those are called.
So
200 pounds.
You're saying that this one person was out catching Pokemon Go, and so therefore the authorities caught them all?
all one of them.
Oh boy.
So if your nation is in lockdown, and you're addicted to Pokemon Go, stay home anyway.
Well, Copia said a fine worth getting. Copia, was this you? Be honest with us now.
This just in, Copia is fined $70 for breaking lockdown to play Pokemon Go. And during lockdown, I could other nations do it differently, I'm sure, but for us, when we were in more of a lockdown, we could still go out to like go to the grocery store. Just play while you go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I think I was wearing a mask. Well, I mean, that's great. Thank you for doing that. Copia. Apparently, Copia is now admitting we need to get $270 to Copia's stat, please.
Copia, throw your PayPal username in the
Cash
the
app,
chat.
whatever
Your
it
Venmo.
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll get you taken care of.
What's the exchange rate? Is it?
Hey, do you have any L's? Any of those L things, Mike? Last news story of the day. Sony has a new, and we've talked about this very briefly. They have a new studio based in San Diego. This is not the first party studio that the Sony San Diego studio, which is usually in development with MLB The Show and the like. But this is a new Sony-based studio in San Diego. It has been reported to us from Matt Purslow of IGN that this studio is specifically going to be focusing on expanding upon existing franchises. And this is according to the LinkedIn profile of the studio's former head. So what most people are taking that to mean is games like Uncharted that are established and those studios are ready to kind of move on to new IP, but they're not quite ready to let Uncharted die, that some of that work might be given off to this San Diego based studio. So hopefully we'll hear more about any specifics of what they're working on soon, because an Uncharted 5 would be a welcomed game in my opinion, and it won't be exclusive to Xbox like the Indiana Jones game. Not that I'm upset.
Not at all.
And always, last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. We have Spinny's Journey out on Switch, Red Colony out on Switch, and for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment, today's Name of the Morning goes to Olympic Table Tennis out on Switch.
Wow. It's one of your most generic name of the mornings ever.
It was an interesting morning of names.
Olympic table tennis.
I didn't look at that article until right now, and I'm gonna say I'm really fired up right now.
The New York Times one?
In a good way?
Yeah. No, in like a not good way. Mostly because there's a quote from the article that says, the mother says to the kid, "What are you gonna do when you're married and stressed? Tell your wife that you need to play Xbox." Heck yeah. My wife knows that so like you guys are on this box on my desk, right? The guys that I game with are
Help us.
I've known for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like they're some of my best friends. So yeah, when I'm stressed out, when my dad, the day my father passed, I went back to the hotel and the first thing I did after talking to my family was jumped on the Xbox and talked to my homies.
Yep.
Like, yes.
And I totally get having conversations about finding a balance, and especially for kids, about not overdoing screen time and overdoing video games, because balances are to be had. But this is not the time to use fear-mongering and scary numbers to build a narrative that completely ignores the situation. We let our kids, we didn't buy them, but my mom wanted to get the kids Switches. Normally, it would have been like, nope, we have one for the family. We're good. We're like, you know what? Yes, they can have Switches because they can't do so many things right now. I'm totally fine with them having more screen time than usual. And when the pandemic is over, we will need to find a new balance in life of being able to go out and play at the park and go over to friends' houses and do more social stuff. But right now, that's not possible. So yeah, I want them to enjoy being kids. And if that means they're sitting in front of a screen playing a game or watching a show more often than usual, I'm totally fine with that right now.
And they're engaging too. And that's the thing. People act like video games just mean you sit there and like drool on yourself. But
I mean, sometimes I do that, but
sure.
that's kind of because I enjoy it.
I drool more.
But for the most part, it's proven with all these facts and numbers they like to throw around that that video games helps with the oh wow, I just got shanked with hand-eye coordination and also all sorts of stuff like that. So there's benefits to it, but the New York Times I think is kind of turning into a like a tabloid thing nowadays anyway.
Well, I disagree with that, but I think
It's
they
all
picked.
about alien babies and Bigfoot.
No, that's the
mine.
National Enquirer. But
Oh, my bad.
I will say
Yeah.
that back in the day, with the lack of connectivity, it was definitely a different world with video games. Because I spent a lot of time alone in my room playing games and doing it all day. The advantages were when I'd be able to play with friends, and now I agree with Mike. Like, this resurgence of gaming in my life, because I get to connect with people that I haven't talked to in quite some time. Like, this is a big deal. And and even like Sean and me pre-pandemic, pre me having my own system that Sean got, we spent
Santa got it.
oh yes, of course,
It was Santa.
we played more games together split screen, and it was one of our primary ways of getting together. So it was a facilitation of something we were able to do together. Whereas, in a lot of ways, there were barriers for that, one of which is me. I fall asleep really easily. So if I'm not engaged in something at night, then I fall asleep. I want to read a couple things in the chat. So Copia would like to clarify what exactly happened, okay? Everything is okay. We do not need to raise a fine fund for Copia, because apparently
No L's.
Copia was able to trade the shiny Pikachu, and they dropped the charge. So that's we're in okay shape there. Okay, and then secondly, AJ would like to know, how does this Pokemon Go exactly work? Does the scanner work when the Pokemon wear masks? So we are trying to make sure that, like, can you still recognize them whilst wearing the mask?
I don't like this team we're playing against.
I don't either. They're all melee, and it's annoying.
I mean, I'm getting Molotov, so I got the deal. I have spares, suckers. Copy outsmarted the fuzz.
Take that guy. Speaking of Pokemon, do you guys ever play like the Pokemon with the cards and stuff?
Nope.
Do you have friends that did?
No.
Nope.
I don't know how it works. This weekend, so I've started painting minis for D&D and stuff, and I had to go buy some supplies for it this weekend. And I went to this awesome hobby shop here locally in Indiana, and Moonshot Games. Not like you guys watch this, but maybe you do. Who knows? But some guy bought $550 worth of Pokemon cards.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Like a little. Like my wife would probably be very unhappy. I spent $30 on paint, and she's like, "Why did I spend $30?"
Your wife sounds funny.
You're telling me.
I like
But,
how you use the word, the caveat, probably. Like, well, would she or would she not?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I will never know because I'm not going to spend $550 on Pokemon cards.
Please do. Can we do it for the show?
But, like,
It's for the
are they- is
content.
it collectors things or like I don't. That's a lot of money. $40 is all I got.
I got a better deal. I had spares. Suckers.
But yeah, I just thought that, like, I get maybe it was a collector thing. Maybe there's some sort of craziness to it. I don't know.
No, I mean, our kids are into Pokemon cards, and so, we have those floating around. But like, my son's too young to even know how to play the game. But what has been interesting is he's taken such a liking to this post the not Digimon. What was the thing before that? Bakugan.
Yeah, I
has
love Bakugan.
has taken a liking to this thing so much that the other day he took the cards and then would flip over a card and draw it freehand onto a page, and ended up doing so many that, like, he wanted to make a book. So we bound him a book of all of his Pokemon drawings, and like that was cool. But it's not
That's
what
really cool.
it's not what you're talking about, right? It's not, playing the actual game. So
Yeah. I was just curious if, like, does that help you somehow? Does that?
Well,
I'm assuming it's probably for like a collection. Like he wants like a super mega random platinum digi thing.
yeah, and that's how my kids treat the cards. Is it's just purely collecting them, and they have them in a binder now, and they're playing Sword and Shield on their Switches,
Sweet.
and they go through and they mark with like a dry erase marker the ones they have caught, in using their cards as kind of a way to keep track of what they have in the game.
Have they caught them all?
I don't think so, but they are both close to beating the game, which
Nice.
is impressive.
it is Gaming
I've
Morning
never
Show.
done
It
the
is
poker
6:50 West Coast time, 9:51 on the East, and 2:51 in the UK. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. Our topic of the day is about electric eels, although that story that you had from the New York Times about too much screen time for kids has made a good secondary, if not now a new primary topic for sure. Dr. Chick saying, I used to play the Pokemon card game back in elementary to high school with my bestie, and then I found another friend in college, and still a big fan of Pokemon. All of the tattoos water-themed related, and I am still currently playing Pokemon online here and there. The only card thing that was similar to that someone gave me was I had a friend who was into Magic and gave me a starter set. I think I played it one time. I just never really got into that. I think the closest that I've come to being more in that world is like playing Catans and things. But even then, that's not a collector game, right? You said there's even games, Sean, that are more collector-y, that are board games too. What are those called? The legacy games?
Collector.
Or
Well,
are they different
legacy
things?
games, but like games with the miniatures and stuff like that. Get into that kind of.
Yeah.
You collect them and paint them and make them look all pretty, or you might go and you just print them yourself because you don't need
Yeah.
the man.
No.
Go,
Cut
Mike.
out the middleman.
We still have to talk about poop. We still have to talk about Super Earth. So we have a whole lot of stuff on this agenda. I was actually, we should have had a better coordination, Sean. We could have given you an opportunity to do Camper's Corner today.
Oh yeah, we could have.
We could. We still could. We could do it in the 8 o'clock hour.
I mean, I think we can all rant on this New York Times piece for hours. 'Cause it's just so out of touch.
I mean, I haven't read it yet, so I need to read it, and then might have a chance to do that for sure. I want to tell you about our Patreon. We have one available. It's the early adopter tier right now that's available at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. It is the first 100 or until the end of March. You can sign up for less than a Twitch subscription and be able to have all of the perks, including coming up this Friday, we're going to have our first GMS games. We're going to play Jackbox games at 12:30 Pacific time, 8:30 GMT in the evening on Friday. Working on a prize, also going to have priority participation for those who have already joined us on Patreon, the latest of which, thanks to Travis Casey for joining us on Patreon, now an early adopter. That tier available now at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. It is time for birthdays. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know. And the first of which we want to shout out, happy birthday to Cassie. And Cassie turns 10 today. Cassie is the cat of Lady Undead, a friend of ours on twitch.tv.
nice.
So happy 10th birthday to the, quote, dear Floof from Twitter.
Can we also give a special belated happy birthday to Betty White,
Oh
who
yes.
celebrated
99.
her 99th birthday this weekend?
I told my wife she turned 99, and she was like, "Well, like she's dead though, right?" I was like, "No, that's not how you celebrate a birthday." Like,
What'd you do for your birthday?
Oh.
I died.
I'm dead. It's fine.
I did not
I
know.
haven't seen her in a long time.
I did not know, though, Betty White was that. I mean, I was about to say, Mike, the thing that surprised me most is not necessarily that Betty White is 99, but that she had this renaissance in the last
Oh,
decade
gosh.
whilst being in the 90s. Like, every
Yeah.
time I saw Betty White doing something funny, right, I thought that Betty was maybe 70 something, right? I had no clue she was in her 90s.
Oh,
Good find.
She's the goldenest of the girls.
she's adorable.
I mean, wasn't the older one? Well, oh, you mean as of those who are alive now?
Well, they're all dead, I think.
Is
So
B. Arthur dead?
yeah, B. Arthur died like a couple years ago.
That clicking you hear is our fact-checking team.
I need to get. Oh no, I broke.
Yeah, she died in 2000.
I need to get this Bluetooth keyboard set up so that when I fact check.
So Sean, can you hold it up to the camera? Sean has this like typewriter-looking Bluetooth keyboard. All I wanted to do is have a thing on the side that when you go to the next line down, yeah. Ching. Where did you get that? As a Christmas thing?
It was a Christmas present.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty amazing.
Actor-director Kevin Costner turns 66 today.
Favorite actor?
Yeah, you know, Field of Dreams was a pretty awesome movie. If it had not, speaking of irrational fears, it terrified me of eating hot dogs on the bleachers. Like legitimately.
That's a good fear to have. It's healthy, you know. But nah, he's great. Minus Waterworld, everything is pretty amazing. Pretty okay.
Wow. So, Estelle Getty passed away in 2008. B. Arthur passed away in 2009. And then Rue McClanahan passed away in 2010.
Wow.
How terrified do you think Betty White was of 2011?
Unless maybe Betty White's the reason.
I was gonna say maybe Betty White sucked the age out of them, and that's why she's
There can
living to
only be
99.
I am the goldenest of them all.
This is like there can be only one.
It's like Highlander.
Yeah.
Copia, I thought the same thing. So Copia wrote execute Costner 66, and I was like, you don't like Kevin? Copia already running rogue out in the middle of the UK catching Pokemon, and now trying to kill Kevin Costner. But yeah, fix that. Wait, that sounded bad. He says Star Wars reference gone wrong. I love Kevin. Don't tell me otherwise. Mark Rylance, 61 today. Born in England, but spent time growing up near Milwaukee. That's actually one of my favorite fun facts they've had in this list before.
Such a strange fun.
Let me connect some dots for you. So, started in England. Now we in Milwaukee.
Oh yeah.
By the way, one of my biggest like accents or mispronunciations has to do with for the longest time I said Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean forever, and finally met a friend from Wisconsin and was like, "Where's Wisconsin?" Like, well, it's next to Eastconsin. Jason Segel turns 41. I like Jason a lot. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is one of my favorite movies. I'm excited. He's going to be in a new movie with Casey Affleck. It's one of those like best friends, probably like slow-paced drama type movies. Casey Affleck's wife gets cancer, but it's like Jason Segel's like the single friend and comes back and like takes care of them, and it looks really cool. So I saw the trailer many times before YouTube videos. So advertising works. Ashley Murray is 33 today. Was Josie McCoy in both Riverdale and the spin-off Katie Keene.
Great.
R&B soul singer-songwriter Angela Winbush is 66 today. Singer Estelle turns 41, and actor Jesse L. Martin from TV's The Flash, not Flash Gordon,
Okay, here we go again.
is 52. Well, yeah, because clearly everybody knows that Flash and Flash Gordon are not the same people. Could you imagine if somebody you knew got those wrong?
No, that would be blasphemous.
Check the VOD. Lady Undead! Speaking of which, just to make sure... Wait, what? Hello, fellow butt dancer. What are you two doing? What is this
Pokemon Go.
butt dance? Wait, were you butt
Pokemon
dancing in
Go.
the streets, Copia, playing Pokemon Go and trying to kill Kevin Costner?
all makes sense now.
Instead of cheek to cheek, dance butt to butt. Aw. A love story unlike any other. We wished your birthday, Cassie. Your birthday.
Your birthday, Cassie. Let's go back and try that.
We wished your cat, Cassie, a happy 10th birthday, Lady Undead.
We
That
did.
was part of our birthday segment, which is right now. And it's over. But yeah, happy birthday to your cat.
It's Jonathan Davis's birthday. He's 50. Lead singer of Korn. Speaking of screamo.
Wah! Oh no, that was.
So it just dawns on me, the Tasmanian Devil, he was just auditioning to be in a screamo band. Whenever he would yell, that's all it was. It was a screamo.
Could you
screamo
imagine
song.
Tasmanian Devil on vocals, Animal on drums? Hey, save this one. Ready? Is our stenographer ready? Please write down. Assemble your best Muppet cartoon band. That's a draft.
Historically, it's also A.A. Milne's birthday. Hence, National Winnie the Pooh Day.
Okay, so
It's all coming together.
so Jen just put pussy hype because of the cat. Meow. I allowed it through the auto mod, but now I've just permitted the term to be used on an ongoing basis. Might need a mod to hop in there and make that not. Ding. You're right. That keyboard is one of the best props we've had on the show. Tom Brady. Let's go, Superphonic. Dun, 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 dun. Tom, 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 Tom. Tom, 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 Tom. Tom, 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 Tom. This date in gaming history, 2005, THQ released The Punisher for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And in 2011, Sony released Little Big Planet 2, PlayStation 3. I am excited because I think that will be one of the first games I do play with my kiddos when they are ready to play more platformer type games. The one that I want to play, but I'm told is way too hard, even like when my daughter gets to 10 or 11, is Hollow Knight. I heard that game is pretty tough.
It's pretty tough.
Is it? Okay. Because it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's very pretty. And a great game. It is on my short list of games that I want to play soon.
Yeah. That short list, huh? Or is it the short part of the long list?
It's a short part of the long
Yeah,
list.
gotcha.
Is it the M section? Is that
It is great to see Jen, J. Lauren, Superphonic, Lady Undead, Copia. We've seen Dr. Chick, Dasonex. We've seen Real AJ Storm, all watching on Twitch, where you can find us along with Facebook Gaming and YouTube. I have some good news. I did find some pretty cool Facebook Gaming and YouTube streams over the weekend, which I had not had much success with so far. So I bookmarked those, and we'll be sharing those in the near future as well. 20 minutes free at work today until now. Busy. But you know what? You celebrate. Did you watch the game, Super? You need to answer that question, because I did say, did you watch it like later, or what time's it on? 3:20 Pacific time kickoff's like at 11:30 GMT. So do you watch that whole thing? Oh, that's a go. I just was wondering, because I can't stay up for a 10:30 Pac-12 kickoff when you're on the East Coast. So, yeah. All right, coming up next hour, the top 15 coolest gadgets at CES is what we had on the docket. I watched till halftime. Gotcha. We might switch that out because of this irrational fear of animals thing. So we'll have our best research team look at maybe top irrational fears. We'll also have sports. Couldn't hear me over the typing. Sports. We are asking you about electric eels coordinating attacks. What animals scare you the most? What are you afraid of? Including, are you afraid of certain bodies of water? Let us know in the chat. It is Gaming Morning Show with Mike O, Sean, and Ryan. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Happy Monday!
I knew you could make it
What's up, Gaming Morning Show friends? My name is Joel, one of the hosts of the Final Checkpoint podcast. Each week, me and my co-host Ben Runnings react to the latest video game news and talk about games that we are currently playing. You can find our lovely little podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Google, and thegamefanatics.com. We also record live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/loadlastcheckpoint. So please feel free to stop by and say hi and drop a question, comment, or concern into the chat, and we'll answer it live on the show. We love to change things up with themed episodes sometimes, like our latest episode, the Final Checkpoint Awards, where we handed out awards like the Dum Dum Award or the We Saw It Coming Award, and of course the traditional spoiler cast, like one of the most listened to episodes that we've had, all about The Last of Us Part 2. Thanks again to Ryan and Sean and the Gaming Morning Show community for all the love and support that you guys have shown us. We hope everyone stays safe and healthy during these crazy times, and have a great 2021.
Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless.
Morning Gamer! Gaming Morning Show continues on Monday, January 18th, 2021. February. It's right around the corner. It is Sean, Maiko, I am Ryan. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. You can find us at all of the places, including Look It's Mike O on Twitter. I am Hefty Goof, sports.gaming in the upper left, and you can find the show at WatchGMS. Our topic of the day, centralizing around the fear of animals. So coming up, we will share our top 10 biggest animal fears from Animal Planet. The animals that scare us the absolute most. That is coming up in just a little bit. Thanks again on Twitch to Lady Undead and Real AJ for hosting us this morning. I see Superphonic is a wind surfer. Have any of you ever wanted to wind surf?
Wanted to, yes. Have I no?
Is there a difference between wind surfing and kite surfing?
Yeah, one is like a surfboard with a sail and you go windsurfing.
Yeah.
And one you use a kite.
Okay.
I tried windsurfing and failed miserably. I don't want to do it ever again.
Kite surfing sounds more fun.
Kite surfing is what you see people do on the drive out to where our in-laws used to live.
On the
You
Columbia
see them out
River,
on the-
yeah.
Rogue River?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what that one is?
Yeah.
Did you say the Rogue River?
I think isn't it the Rogue River?
No, the Columbia
Red
River, the big one between Washington
Well-
and Oregon. Rogue
heck
River is
is a
Southern
Rogue
Oregon.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
That's right.
Sounds cooler.
It is. It sounds Star Wars. Which river is your favorite? The Rogue one.
Sound fan.
It's the name of a movie.
That's the name of a movie. How do you like going swimming on the Rogue River? Solo.
Yeah, so windsurfing was an experience.
Epic failure, huh?
I was really worried about going windsurfing on the Rogue River solo, but then I got New Hope.
Typing up my streaming resume.
Now a free agent, sports.gaming, if you're interested in looking for somebody to help you out. So that is our topic of the day. Are there any bodies of water that you're afraid of? And that might have been how Super even got to the point of telling us about windsurfing. It was in here looking up at the top. Watch till halftime.
Ponds.
I'm afraid of open bodies of water, and I'm a windsurfer. Go figure. So what's an open, like, is that a lake or an ocean? Like, does it have to be that big, like a sea, to be considered? Because, I mean, like, if you look at some, like, the Great Lakes or the Great Salt Lake, like, those are big lakes, right? You could feel probably, you know, that hopelessness of looking around and seeing nothing but water. I can imagine that would be close.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
movie Open Water?
I have not.
It's just, I wouldn't recommend it because it wasn't that great, but that would be terrifying. Coming up and there's like your boat is gone. Totally irresponsible.
How does the boat go away?
The people are like, so they're out on a tour scuba diving thing, and there's two people that don't resurface with everyone else when the boat leaves. So the boat leaves and the captain, like, I don't remember how he screws up the count, obviously, and then they just leave.
Like,
So that sucks.
messes up the head count like Home Alone style. Like the neighborhood kid was hanging out there for a second.
Yeah. And so then they're just stuck out there in the open water.
I think that could be even more a great terrifying premise is just the fact that like the head count thing didn't work. like that's supposed to be the fail safe. Where's your buddy? I was underneath the water with my buddy. Head count. Someone missed. Yeah, I would love to see your windsurfing videos for sure.
Same.
And I would also be open to Twitch windsurfing lessons, but the logistics of that could be a
It'd be
nightmare.
hard.
So,
Yeah.
Would you go kite surfing with me?
I mean, the biggest problem I have with those kind of sports is not only am I portly, that doesn't help from the get go, but I've always had really bad upper body strength. So like wakeboarding is super tough for me because I have to be able to hold on, and I get tired so quickly. I've never had all the strength that I've ever had. Whenever I've had it has been in my legs, and so yeah, I don't know if I could do. I mean, I'd love to try, but I just don't know if I'd be any good at it, especially super out of shape. So
Well, when we get our boat, we'll build your strength with wakeboarding, and then we'll go
Yes.
kite surfing.
yes, no, I will totally try wakeboarding again because I liked it, but it was really hard to get good at.
You can play the like default dad roll and just go first and wakeboard for like 10 minutes, and then you drive the boat the rest of the time.
I did like whomever said something about crap, now I can't remember what it was. Someone said something else that was funny to me. Good talk, good show.
I remember that. I was.
That was the best.
Ladders are a mistake. Oh, we'll do better. I did bad.
So yeah, someone said something about being like the first one to do something or like an obligatory thing, and I was like, yeah, I'd totally be that person, but I cannot remember for the life of me right now what it was.
Headshot. Haha, headshot. Well, that's hefty. I don't want to shoot.
Oh, we're dominating right now. Now we're no longer dominating.
Now we're just dom. Oh, you shot me in the back. That's not nice.
Oh, I got exploded.
Oh, we got our animal fears coming up in just a second, and then we're going to tell you about poop, which, by the way,
Everybody poops.
will be the second straight show that poop has come up because I watched Kiki Low stream, and somehow, some way, we got onto
She
poop.
just started pooping. It was crazy.
Good morning, Austin Attack 12. I have some news for you. So, Austin Attack 12 is a streamer on the Twitch, and every time that Maiko apparently says the word dinosaur baby, it gets auto-modded. And then I went in and I tried it to see if it was not just look it's Maiko. And turned out
so
I
it
also
was
got auto-modded. So then, going to Kiki's stream and type dinosaur baby, and other than super confused, oh, they were all on A, by the way. Every single person was on A. Other than super confusing Kiki, understandably, it did not get auto-modded. So,
It's just Austin's. Oh gosh, they're at sea. Yeah, I don't understand why Dinosaur Baby is so bad.
good morning, Digital Doc walks in and says, I walk in, someone's talking about poop. Coming up next, we're going to talk about poop. Welcome to Gaming Morning Show. That's a teammate.
I told
Me? Don't shoot at me.
when we get to it, I already told my wife I plan on buying this, and she said no.
Did you say the hip
It'll all
hop
make
eponymous?
sense in a few minutes. I promise.
Hip hop eponymous? My lyrics are bottomless. We do owe a shout out to the one, the only Copia. Tomorrow morning, a stream coming your way. Be sure to check it out. I think 4:30 Pacific and
I can't kill
12:30.
anybody.
GMT. Yeah, they lined up for me.
We were doing really good.
They're above us. They're above. Nope, they're in front of us.
They're everywhere.
Went upstairs.
Oh, nice C4. Saved your life, Ryan. You'll never know, but I did it.
Go, power wheels.
Oh god, don't like that. Don't like that. I want around the corner.
Oh, he shot me in the
Guys, I have good news. This might be my last round ever with my Mac 10. It's gonna be fully upgraded, and then I can get rid of it.
Oh,
Yes, because of loadouts.
Ryan, you should set some loadouts.
Yeah, get right on top of that, Rose. I just died on a 10 kill streak. It was nuts! He's cracked! Losing C, of course we're losing C.
like heck we are. No. Oh, he got me. He got me, Paul.
That's a teammate? You're not a teammate? We are winners. We are one of life's winners today on Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being with us wherever you might be. I am Ryan. That is Sean in the top left. Mike in the bottom left. We are stored in the box that Mike O keeps on his desk. Our topic of the day has to do with fear, scared, intensity, trauma. This summer, Gaming Morning Show
Lockbox.
is Electric Eels coordinating attacks. Not like Lockbox better. Mike, how did the rest of Sims go? Said Austin.
I went and played Call of Duty.
So it went well. Celebrated how well it was going by playing a completely different game.
So this weekend I really dove into The Sims, and I also downloaded Stardew Valley. So I'll be messing
Oh
with
my
that.
gosh, Austin must be loving your stream right now.
Well, I mostly downloaded it because we're gonna let my girls play it because they really want to play Xbox, but they really want to play Minecraft. And like, if you invite them into your like space, I do creative. You can't really do anything. So they're like, "Can we play a game together?" So I downloaded Stardew, and I'm gonna give that a shot so I know what I'm doing. So when they ask me the 30,000 questions about how do I do this, I can answer it. But yeah, Austin has been very excited about The Sims, and there's a lot of weird things in The Sims, you know, like. But I mean, it's cool. It's just it's very redundant to me, and that's not as fun.
I just wish you could lock down an accent or an inflection you want to put on when you mimic your kids' voices. I just wish you could figure out exactly what that tone or sound would be.
Well, with the girls, it's this one. Hey, daddy. And then the boy, I don't remember what the boys sound like.
I don't talk to them much.
Yeah.
He's being literal right now. He's like, I really don't remember what they sound like.
So.
What are your
but yeah.
names again? Do you live
So
here?
Austin's super excited because she's converted me into weird gameness. So.
We did give a shout out to Dr. Chick because Dr. Chick was here at the top. You can find Dr. Chick streaming whenever Dr. Chick is not working or sleeping. I saw that it sounds like your Monday's going roughly, Dr. Chick. So everyone, let's get some hearts in chat for Dr. Chick trying to catch up on what has been a tough start to the Monday. Top 10 animals that scare us the most coming up in just a second. But first, on this National Peking Duck Day, National Thesaurus Day, National Winnie the Pooh Day, National Michigan Day, Blue Monday, and Family Mediation, not meditation, week.
Not meditation.
As well as, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's talk about poop.
Speaking of poo.
It's time for poop!
Poop is very exciting.
Poop.
This one was, I think, from you, Mike, right? Toto's
Yeah.
Wellness Toilet. The headline from Digital Trends reads that promises health advice based on poop analysis.
Nice.
Are you excited?
Poop analysis.
Do you have more, Mike, on poop?
I like the poop.
Okay. That's a good start. Then this toilet is for you. Okay, well, I'll do it then. Poop is, of
my
course...
bad. You want me to? No. Let me. I'm a poop man. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm the poop.
I'm the
master.
poop man. Poopy da poop poop poopy da poop.
Sorry.
Poop 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 poopy da poop 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 poop.
I missed my cue on that one. But yeah, so the Toto Wellness Toilet, basically, I really like their first line. It says, "Poop is often forgotten the moment it's flushed down the toilet. But Toto intends on making you more informed about your stools." So basically, at CES this year, they announced a new touchless bathroom tech to help you keep your home cleaner and more hygienic. Basically, what happens is you go and you make a duty, and after you have pooped, it analyzes your waste, and it provides recommendations on how you can improve your health. So it gives you recommendations on what you might need to eat more of. It'll tell you a little bit about what you're eating too much of. It'll just basically help you to optimize your health via your dookie. So that's very exciting. And I told my wife I'd like to get one, and she told me that I was insane. That wasn't the word she said, but we'll just go with insane.
Copia. Austin types wombats, cube-shaped poop. Copia, you called? Is that true that wombats have cube-shaped poop?
Does that mean what?
Because if that is true, please jot that down for my takeaway. That was pretty okay for the end of the show. I do find this interesting, especially because we do have many doctor and or medical personnel with us on the show. The truth is, I think, right, that poop is very much telling and helpful in a diagnosis.
Yeah. Poop tells a lot.
As Scrubs once told us, everything comes down to poo.
Yeah, stool samples are widely used for that reason, because they can tell you a lot. So, yeah, there might be some legit science behind this poop machine.
And it's really
toilet.
hard to collect otherwise. Yeah.
Can you poop on them if you just go to the doctor right now and they're like, "Hey, poop"? Can you just do it?
I've had to have my stool analyzed because I caught the norovirus a long time ago, so they had a couple of us collect our samples. But the way they do it is they give you a poop hat, and then you poop in the poop hat when you get a chance, and then you put it in like a little vial. It was really fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, especially when you go to the.
Did you just read that?
When you go to the. What did I miss?
I'm sorry. So DRG shows up. Well. I can actually poop on demand. I wish I was kidding.
That's a good. Do you put that on your resume?
Yeah, I was gonna say achievements.
What are your skills, poop on demand? You want to see me?
You can't
No.
poop on demand? What kind of
You've got the
inferior
job,
being
please
are
don't do
you? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, mailing that stuff out was also really fun. Because when they're like, "Is there anything in here that's, you need to tell us about?" And I was like, "Well, no." Didn't want to be like, "There's no mail and poop." Wanna see it?
Poop brothers. If you would like to continue talking with us about poop, we just posted in the chat, but we'll do it one more time. You can find our Discord and talk to us about poop all you want. We have a GMS
add a
server for
poop channel.
Discord now. Yes. Command add poop channel. I can't, AJ. This chat went to poop. That's what I'm going to say that you typed. I don't call it poop. I call it dumping my dinner. Interesting fact. Is it?
All right.
Is it? DRG has a charity stream coming up on the 27th, right? I believe. 29th? 29th, I think. We're going to have DRG on the show coming up on the 27th, I believe, is what my bookmark would tell me if I had it. Yeah, 29th for the stream. Be sure to follow everybody in the chat that I've seen so far this morning are streaming on Twitch. We've shouted out a few, and we'll shout out some more, but do want to tell you that tomorrow it'll be Q&A music stream with Snuffkin. LHT Snuffkin. Underscore Snuffkin, excuse me. LHT underscore Snuffkin. If one of you can throw that, twitch.tv/LHT underscore Snuffkin. It's at the top left if you need it on the rundown to throw it in there for me, please. And it's time for our top fear-bearing animals, because the story of the day has to do with, apparently they've discovered that some electric eels coordinate attacks to zap their prey. Such a sight was assured to be only the stuff of nightmare, at least for prey, but researchers have long thought that these eels, a type of knifefish, are solitary, nocturnal hunters that use their electric sense to find smaller fish as they sleep. But in a remote region of the Amazon, groups of over 100 eels hunt together, corralling thousands of smaller fish together to concentrate, shock, and devour the prey, researchers reported January 14th in Ecology and Evolution. Yeah. Terrifying. Seriously. Yikes. Wait, I hate monkeys so much? Okay, let's see if it's on this list. This is from Animal Planet. Top 10 animals that most scare us. I think I said bees. Sean had been attacked and actually has a reason to be afraid of bees. Did you, Mike, settle on one? I can't remember.
Meerkats.
Meerkats. Damn Timon.
They're evil. Not really. I don't think I'm super afraid of animals.
So, of course, spiders are on this list, which I think, for some reason, I'm going to just skip over that because that kind of feels like it's more in the insect realm, even though I think, isn't that a technicality? Like, they're not insects, they're arachnids, but whatever. Just going to go to the next one. Animals, including alligators. I could see alligators being terrifying.
We went to Florida like 2 years ago, and we watched an alligator eat a goose. That's pretty awful.
Yeah.
If that was like your foot or your arm, no thanks.
You said you watched them eat the goose?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you've been to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Alligators are like a dime a dozen down there. So it was like a roadside, like a pond. And there was a goose, and then as we were at the red light, an alligator just came up and grabbed it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was great. All the kids were like freaking out, and we're just like, yeah, this is nature.
I mean,
enjoy it.
This topic, has to do with animals and water, and like an alligator is a perfect example of those two fears combined, right? Because you can't see it until that's the sound, real glimpse inside what the sound of an alligator eating a goose sounds like.
You can hear it coming though. You just listen for the ticking of a clock.
Ah, true. No, wait. That's the difference between alligators and crocodiles. The crocodiles tick.
They tick like that.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys. What animal do you think you could take in a fight? That's interesting. We brought that up in the first hour as well.
I could do a meerkat. I could totally take one of those.
Coming up later on Gaming Morning Show, Mike O fights a meerkat. Can someone find us a meerkat? Find us a meerkat, please.
The Indianapolis Zoo has them, so now I'm gonna have to go on like live stream me trying to get into the enclosure to fight them.
So now,
I think I could take most like large fish, including sharks, as long as I have the home field advantage.
Like
they step on my turf. Literally.
What now?
If they're on my turf.
Shark in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Not so scary now, are you?
Lungs hurt, don't they? I guess they'll have lungs, but can't breathe, huh? Getting nervous? That intimidating. Number 3 on this list, coyotes. Listen, I grew up in an area that has a lot of coyotes. There's no reason, mostly, to be afraid of coyotes. They are not too interested in being around you at all. So, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that one. Hey, Kate, you missed our conversation about poop, but good morning. Welcome to Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here.
Kate, hold on. Let's ask Kate the question. Kate, can you poop on demand? What's the... Sorry, Ryan.
If you miss it live, you can catch the POD.
Coyotes are not cute.
The
Sorry,
POD.
I have to disagree with you on that one. They are pretty disgusting.
What are you doing?
Actually.
I'm potting while vodding. Oh my god, we're so juvenile. But it's hilarious. So Dan Patrick talks about this a lot. That poop will always be funny. Well, he says poops and farts are always funny. I don't actually like fart humor in kids' movies, where it's like, oh, what's that smell, right? But just talking about poop right now is hilarious. So, oh my gosh. So someone's saying the DDT or the meerkat, that's got to be your move. You get bonus points if when you take down the meerkat, you show it the diamond cutter and then just. What do you say? All right, number 4, black bears. Black bears are the smallest of bears living in North America. They do have big paws. They can weigh between 125 and 600 pounds. That's quite the range there. Black bears are also the ones that can climb trees. Number 5 on this list from Animal Planet, pigeons.
Speaking of poop.
Animals that scare us the most. Number 5 is pigeons. Ornithophobia is the medical term for bird phobias, but many people with a bona fide phobia still fear the creatures. Alfred Hitchcock's horror film The Birds even played into people's penchant to duck for cover when a bird is around, often calling them rats of the sky. Pigeons used to be well respected for their homing abilities. However, now they are not.
I can see that though, because being in Central Park in New York, when like 1,000 pigeons come flying in, like I could totally see how it would freak you the heck out.
See, and I haven't been in this situation, but I imagine being in a situation where there are pigeons and they're like swarming around me, being a pest. I don't think I'd be scared. I'd just be pissed off at the pigeons.
Just start swinging.
I'd be more angry than scared.
I mean, I've actually met somebody from high school who was terrified of pigeons to the point where like couldn't go to the city. Like it was the worst part of going on the East Coast trip with them. So yeah, I mean, I know I've seen it before. By the way, DRG is apparently committed to becoming a Patreon if you fight a meerkat, because he said I'd pay to see you fight a meerkat. Kate telling us that coyotes are so cute. Austin saying they are not something to be afraid of. Kate also saying that I hate pooping. It is an uncomfortable body function. And Chris M.E. is checked in with, wow, lose the princess from your name and you get asked about your bowel movements. But Kate does have a good point. Even princesses, no, real AJ, princesses poop just like everybody else. They just have a golden throne. So yeah, scared of pigeon poop. I mean, there's a lot of poop from pigeons. All right, this one is no longer scary because Sean solved the problem for us. But number 6 on this list, sharks.
Yeah, just invite them into your house and you're good.
Get them on land.
go.
What now, shark?
Piece of cake.
We should do a
Dude,
remake
sharks-
of Jaws.
You just gotta
Sharks
set the
are
rules.
terrifying though. 'Cause, I mean, even like they can come. So there was a story in New Jersey about how one came up like a freshwater river, and for a while people were like, "Yeah, we're not going anywhere near water." Like, no
See,
thanks.
that would have been scarier than Jaws. I mean, Jaws wasn't scary because
No.
the sharks in the water just
Yeah.
don't go in the
yeah,
water.
it's-
And until they started to
Don't.
like attack people through tornadoes, like they weren't scary at all.
Did they? I've never seen Sharknado. Did they cause the tornadoes? Do they know how to make tornadoes?
I have no clue. I didn't watch it either. Freshwater
February
sharks.
watch along.
Oh yeah, after the Fantastic Four movie, which by the way we'll have an announcement for that soon. That'll be our February watch along, is Sharknado. By the way, just a complete aside, my favorite player of all time for the Broncos, Shannon Sharp. My favorite fantasy football team name I ever made was Sharpnado. I was so proud of myself. Number 7, bats. People are apparently very much afraid of bats. I love bats in the zoo.
They smell.
It's about as good as I can be.
Yeah, they smell real bad.
Okay, bed bugs is on this list. Again, I'm going to throw that more into the insect category. Number 9, rats and mice. Wait. Stop. Sorry, stop. Kate knows Batman.
What?
Kate used to live next to a bat cave. Kate knows Bruce Wayne. It's true.
Did she know he was Batman though? That's the question.
Where's Rachel? Rats and mice, number 9 on this list.
I didn't realize that Batman was such a Friends fan.
I'll be there for you when Gotham starts to fall.
Where's Rachel? She's at the coffee shop.
What about Monica? Where's Phoebe? I'm not too afraid of rats nor mice. I really appreciate when they make my clothes. So, number 10 is snakes.
You lost Mike.
Yeah,
I think it was a Cinderella reference.
Oh, Oh, oh.
I don't understand. You're having like a stroke.
Gus,
I gotta
the mice make her dress. Watch the movie.
I haven't seen it since I was
Spoilers.
a kid.
Spoilers.
Refuse
Spoil-
to watch it.
Spoilers.
You won't watch Cinderella. Okay.
I don't like old Disney movies. They're weird.
Everyone has their something. So, Gus.
Oh, Gus.
Yeah, it's right, Austin. Ryanella. Ryanella.
I think of Cinderella and Gus every time I have to carry a bunch of stuff, and I like tuck it under my chin. I think of Gus carrying the corn every time. Every time.
Real AJ, where art thou, fairy GMS mother? Oh, God's mother. Why'd it have to be snakes? Okay, so it sounds like Chris's thing is snakes. Snakes, I'll still throw in the animals thing, but like I feel like you can do spiders, snakes in the same category, and I almost think it's one of those. Are you both afraid of snakes and spiders?
A snake is not an insect.
I know, and I'm going outside of the insect realm, but like I always feel like that's like the what's the animal you're most afraid of? I'm afraid of spiders or snakes. Because I don't like spiders. Snakes, they definitely like. I don't want to run into a rattlesnake at all. Like I don't, but like I'm afraid of them less than a spider for some reason.
It used to be snakes. My wife is a biology teacher, and she had like classroom pets. So now there are 2 snakes in our bedroom, and one of them is kind of a butthole, which we don't ever touch, and
Wait,
the other
what?
one is great. Her name is Betty, going to Betty White, and she's really nice, and sometimes we'll hang out and she'll just sit on my shoulder. She really likes me because I'm warm, so she'll like, you know.
You said one's kind of a butthole, which we never touch. I
I
clipped
try
it
not to
too.
touch my butthole, but I mean, there's yeah. The,
All right.
the one nice one is nice.
Oh, what about you, Sean? Are you scared of one or over the other? Or you do pretty
Um,
good with both,
Uranus.
right?
I do fine with both. I don't love spiders. I don't like the kids or the wife find a spider and I'm like, oh, I'll catch it and let it outside. I'm going to kill it. But they don't scare me.
Yeah, I don't catch spiders and release either. No, not on board with that plan.
They just make you like.
They're fine.
Yeah.
I don't want them crawling all over me, but I don't like freak out.
No, I think it's the again, snakes you can't always see either, but I just feel like if I'm out, better chance to know that like I might run into a snake. We used to have a place near where I grew up called Rock City, which has like those stacky rocks. Help me, anyone, like the towery type rocks that build, and the snakes were all over that place,
Current.
right? What's that?
I think they're called currents.
You could have told me they're called smoochy rocks. I would be like, all right,
They're called
yeah.
Gucci rocks.
They're smoochy rocks. So we had all those smoochy rocks hanging around. And so, yeah, like you kind of know that you're going into snake territory. Like I pulled down a table at work one day and there was a black widow behind it. And I'm like, no, like that. Ugh, I just can't stand that stuff. I brought pythons to school once. That's not bad.
I don't like. Did you read the rest of it? I don't like spiders when they get big enough that when you squish them, they make an audible like crunching. Ugh.
Yes. Yeah, and that's not always the ones you expect. Like a lot of the bulby ones they do, but sometimes you'll grab one and you're like, "Oh, is it dead?" And then you push just a little harder and you hear that.
Yep.
Yep.
Now it is.
Nope, not a fan of
What's
that.
drop kick?
This game mode that we're definitely about to play. And we're going to
What-
learn on the
What do
fly.
we do? Oh, grab. I'm gonna grab that.
I'm going to go
I'm
shoot
sure it's
I'm going to go
just
shoot
me
the
that's
basketball.
grabbing
That's what you do in drop kick. When Bruce would bring his pythons to school, AJ. The language. We are a family show.
Is it Austin? Austin says bad words a lot. Oh, you're behind me.
Why wouldn't you go to the West Coast? Oh, we had a bus driver in school who would bring giant snakes into school for us to see on Snake Day. Ooh, Snake Day.
Snake day.
I want to have a
Okay,
snake
I have
day.
the thing. Someone protect.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
going to
do we
defend you.
just-
Don't talk badly about my friend. Stop it. Don't talk about my friend that way. My friend's a good person.
I'm confused.
It said to defend him, so I did.
Yeah, I have the briefcase. I have to keep it.
I gotcha. I'm being shot in the back.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, and when you have the briefcase, oh, you can shoot. I was like, when you have the briefcase, you can't
Yeah,
shoot.
I just have a
You have
pistol.
like a pistol though, right?
Here, sorry, just a sec. I gotta shoot the glass. I'll be right back. This is a Christian Minecraft morning gaming show. Please refrain from profanity. Ignore all my auto-mod. Yeah, you're the only one who actually got auto-modded, and I let it stand today, AJ. So you can have pride in that. Fact.
Oh, I'm like dead.
It's because I have the briefcase, I think.
Oh, and I'm back.
Now you're good. Yeah.
So that okay. So when we have the
That's really
briefcase, you don't respawn. Okay. Respawn.
Well, how are you gonna defend me if you're dead?
All right, are you with me? Oh no, the briefcase is. Oh, they have the briefcase.
Mother, are you with me?
Yeah, save all your profanity, please, for a Kiki stream, please. Okay, thank you. We got sports coming up after this game.
Sports.
I can't jump over that. It's so dumb. No basketballs, not today.
We're not doing well.
Oh, that is true. Austin is the queen of Automod, so.
Maybe that's why Baby Dinosaur gets modded in this thing. It's like, whatever, it's that Austin lady. Let's just mod her.
Got him. I have the case. I have the case. That's a
Right.
teammate. Okay, protect
Form
me.
a barrier.
Protect me. Let's go back.
Oh, I got surrounded.
Okay. Ah!
Oh, I'm dead.
Ah! Behind me! Behind me! No! I said behind me! Protect me! I killed. Whatever. I'll protect
Yeah,
myself at
take
this
that.
point. I got blown up by napalm or something. Sports.gaming, you're right on it. Okay.
All right, I got it.
Oh no.
Stay in this corner. Stay in this corner. I got. Yep. This is perfect. I got a trophy system down. Are you with me still?
Yep.
Mother, are you with me?
Oh, okay.
Sentry.
They're coming this way.
Okay, my side's clear toward the pool. Now someone shot me through the window. They're coming my side, my side, my side. Ah,
Nope,
nice try,
I'm down.
nice try.
Oh, they really flooded that side.
I'm gonna make you, Austin, a shirt that says Dinosaur Baby, by the way.
Dinosaur. Did you ever watch the dinosaurs? Not the mama.
You're talking about
Hello,
the old
they're showing up
sitcom?
again.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Where? Yeah.
The mama. That was fun.
It's freaking Kiki Low! It's on cue almost. We were just talking about we need everyone from GMS to save their swear words for your stream, so.
Oh gosh.
Alright, I have the briefcase. I'm running to the court. Oh, I got killed by the helicopter.
Oh, it's a VTOL. It's even worse than the helicopter. Oh, your
Did-
sports.gaming.
Did somebody put Little Snuffkin's link in the chat, by
Yep.
the way? Okay, thank you.
Go. Oh, the beetle.
I said little. I don't know why I keep saying Little Snuffkin, because LHT clearly is not little, but I just, for some reason, that's what I see when I...
This VTOL is a little annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Little
shooting.
Snuffkin. So Kiki, since you're just joining us, we're asking about the thing you're most afraid of when it comes to animals, or do you have a fear of certain bodies of water? Like, I had a friend back in the day who was super afraid. Oh wait, we have it.
Nope. And we're back.
Who was super afraid of lakes because the water was stagnant.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm watching the basketball court. Okay, now I'm watching the opposite side. Up to my right, staircase. Good with water. Little Snuffkin's the MC's name. I got the case.
You don't have the briefcase?
We have it. We don't have it. We have it. We don't have it.
I don't have it.
All right, we got it.
Oh,
Where is it?
what just happened? Oh gosh.
Nice work. Spiders are the devil's pets.
It's accurate. Behind us, behind us.
I'm down.
I'm down too. Basketball court has fallen.
I'm down. Basketball.
Obs. So then, because I happen to know who your significant is, does Super have to kill all the spiders in your world, and then do you have to kill all the other somethings for Super? Because that's kind of the way we split things in this household. Is I do all the spiders. My wife takes care of any bees that may arise.
What about sharks? Who kills the sharks?
Okay, we're
I
meeting
got
in here.
those.
We call Sean comes over to take care of the sharks. Oh, I got shot in the back.
Down.
Coming behind us.
Okay, I got wait, trophy system down.
Dude, we get spiders.
Oh, through the
spiders.
window.
Right.
We are almost there, fellas.
Oh, they're right in front of me. I went to a whole armada. Oh my gosh. This is a long game mode. We're almost to 7. Oh no, I guess we're on time still. By and large, that's a teammate.
Where'd this person go?
I got him. I got the briefcase. Going to the garage.
Oh.
Going to the big garage in the back by C. I'm behind
the
the van.
Oh, you're
I'm
getting
behind the
shot.
van.
We need 11 more points. All right, I'm here with you.
Okay. Anyone have a trophy system? Put it down.
Ah!
Oh me. Okay, we're good.
Wow.
Oh, I got killed by a grenade. Oh, they ran out? How'd they get away?
We need one more point.
Yes.
All right,
Run.
we did it.
Oh, hey.
Is it a nuclear bomb?
Yeah, do we all die?
That was
I
that
don't
wasn't
wanna
worth
win
it. Yeah, that
anymore.
was.
This wasn't part of the plan.
I'm sorry, Doctor, or what's his name in War Games? I'm sorry. The only way to win is to not play at all. Professor
Would you like to
Falcon.
play a game?
That's Jigsaw. All right, Gaming Morning Show, 7:53 West Coast, 10:53 on the East. I am Ryan. That is Sean, and look, it's Maiko to my left. We are asking you about creepy animals and open bodies of water, or shut bodies of water. You know, maybe you don't like the tub. That's completely fine. Just let us know. It's safe here. Tell us your fears. It's not creepy at all. Also, if you want to talk about poop, come to our Discord. That's where we talk about poop from Gaming Morning Show and toilets that analyze it. Because your waste,
Your number one poop channel.
your waste is not wasted on us. Let's see. Who do I want to shout out? And then we're going to do sports. Dr. Chick, we already said hi to Austin. We'll give Austin a shout out. You can find Austin Attack talking about baby dinosaurs, playing Stardew Valley, soon to be co-oping with our very own Look It's Maiko, who's a Stardew Valley stan. Check out DRG Games. It's DRG_games as well, and twitch.tv/Kate Zade as well. All right, we got Super Earth news coming up next hour, and how a giant moon rocket was cut short by an MCF. It's coming up next hour on Gaming Morning Show. Time for sports, as I mentioned, at 7:54. Yesterday, the NFL playoffs continued. I need like a sports sounder, right? Like some sort of, you know, like energetic music. Maybe Mike. That's not copyrighted in DMCA-able.
Nope, not at all, because it was my own interpretation.
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship as the mighty amazing, superior Tampa Bay Buccaneers cashed in 4 turnovers for a bunch of points and beat the New Orleans Saints yesterday. It'll be that side for the NFC, Packers, Buccaneers, followed by Chiefs hosting the Bills, as Josh Allen got the win on Saturday. Bills into the championship game for the first time since the mid-90s, taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, and third straight hosting of the AFC Championship for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes left yesterday's game with a concussion, so if healthy, it'll feature 2 of the best QBs in the young bracket versus 2 of the best old QBs on the NFC side. Los Angeles Chargers have hired LA Rams defensive coordinator Brian Staley as their new head coach. Ashley Jones, 14 to 27 points in the fourth quarter. Iowa State beat number 6 Baylor 75-71 yesterday. That ended the Lady Bears' 61-game home court winning streak. Marshall has hired Alabama's Charles Huff for the next head coaching position. Huff was the Crimson Tide's associate head coach and running backs coach. Is widely known as a top recruiter, according to the Associated Press. The number of players in hard quarantine swelled to 72 ahead of Australian Open. 72 in,
Isn't that
quote,
the entire field?
hard quarantine. Either that or it shows you how many people get in a big tennis tournament. One of the two. So that's happening. And also United States challenger American Magic capsized and was at risk of sinking after attempting a high-risk maneuver in a squall Sunday on the third day of racing in the America's Cup Challenger Series, according to the Associated Press. Frantic joint effort involving firemen, police, Coast Guard, and American Magic's rival teams immediately began to save the yacht Patriot and to keep the U.S. team in the regatta. Now that is a teamwork story.
Regatta.
That's freaking teamwork. All right.
I swear. No one wants to coach the Eagles. It's killing me.
Somebody will. Somebody
I'll take
eventually. If you don't hold out for Eric Bieniemy, I don't know what you're doing. So just wait for
Maybe
the
we'll
Chiefs to
hire
win.
Jason Garrett.
Win another Super Bowl, and then bada bing, get Eric Bieniemy. Plus, please get him out of the AFC West. All right, Chris M.E. is here. RHS Jack is here. Kiki Low, Austin Attack. Someone said something about petting a tiger. I Googled once if tigers were actually dangerous, and they indeed are. But I would let myself get mauled just to get a chance to pet a tiger. It's from Austin.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Kiki, you're so right. We did mention that your stream yesterday got bombarded by a little bit of poop. So, you know, it was a small number 2.
Poo.
And then AJ had the nice read. I think you mean number 2 waste channel. See what I did there? See what AJ did there? All right, we'll come back. More of Gaming Morning Show in just a moment. I do want to give Sean an opportunity to discuss what's behind us here, because it looks like you did accomplish some stuff yesterday or
Holy
this weekend.
moly. Look at that.
I hung my nice guitar up high so no one hits it, and then my old guitar down low because that one's already beat up.
Playing his hit
Which I-
song.
I usually keep this one in like a fun open tuning, but right now it's in a, like, if you play it, it sounds like the devil.
It is time for our break. We'll come back on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. But right now, playing his number 1 hit, heard all around the world. My good guitar hangs high. My bad guitar hangs low. It's the one, the only Sports.Gaming on Gaming Morning Show.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the song that I couldn't remember how to play last time to redeem myself, because I like this song. It's my favorite Vroom song, which is a band you've probably never heard of that you should go seek out. They released 3 albums, and each one was completely like a different style than the other one. So it was cool how they reinvented themselves over and over. So this is Dumb Like That by Vroom. I'm gonna turn down my PlayStation so I don't have Call of Duty in the background. No. Think I've seen every star in the sky tonight, removed from the city lights. It's never seemed so bright. I know I shouldn't believe a word you say. I do anyway, 'cause I'm dumb like that. Oh, and all the words I've given to you. When you smiled, I thought that it meant something else. You were just being yourself, being nice, 'cause you're always rather polite to me. You let me down again when you ignored the things I said to you. If I was scared of you, then maybe I could leave. And if I walked away right now, there would be nothing left for me to lose but doubt. Never felt so far for anyone before. Never again, I swore. But with you, hope was restored. You make me feel like I've been torn apart. I don't like that at all. I've lost control. Oh, and all the words I've given to you, I poured my heart out into an empty coffee cup. You drank it up and left me here to drown alone. You let me down again when you ignored the things I said to you. If I was scared of you, then maybe I could leave. And if I walked away right now, there would be nothing left for me to lose. But I can't lose you. I can't lose you. I think I've seen every star that I care to see. I don't want to leave. It hurts when you're self-deceived. I know I shouldn't believe a word you say. I do it anyway, 'cause I'm dumb like that. And all the words I've given to you, when you smiled, I thought that it meant something else. You were just being yourself, being nice, 'cause you're always rather polite to me. You let me down again when you ignored the things I said to you. If I was scared of you, then maybe I could leave. And if I walked away right now, there would be nothing left for me to lose but doubt, but doubt, but doubt. There's nothing left, there's nothing left for me to lose but doubt. There's nothing left, there's nothing left for me to lose but doubt. There's nothing left, there's nothing left.
Woo! You have play the 19-second song.
Uh-oh. I don't have one that short.
This song is 19 seconds long. All right, rounds of applause. All of them. Every single round of applause that you have. Please put it in the chat for our one, our only Sports Doc Gaming. I am Ryan. That is Look, it's Mike O in the bottom left. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We're talking about poop. We're talking about scary animals. And we're talking about the Super Earth coming up this hour. We'll also play our community games in about 20 minutes from now. And our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews coming your way toward the end of the hour as well. We might debut our first Camper's Corner as well coming up in just a few minutes on Gaming Morning Show. Scary animals, eels, they attack, they're in packs. What is a group of eels? A gaggle?
Probably a murder. Murder of eels.
Murder of eels. Sounds terrifying.
Guys, I have good news.
Yes.
I remembered coffee number 2 for the third hour.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sports.gaming's no fool. Try
It only took me like 10 attempts to remember to bring more coffee. Thanks for all the kind words, guys. AJ. Super. You guys are too nice. Awesome.
A group of eels is called a bed.
a murder bed of eels.
We should change that.
Murder bed.
Murder bed of eels.
Just a bed. Just a bed.
I am going to try to make Chris M.E. proud, by the way. Coming up on Friday, we will host our first GMS games. It is Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time and 8:30 p.m. for those watching in GMT. We're going to play some Jackbox games coming up a little bit later on this week as part of our opportunity to do more with Gaming Morning Show with GMS games this Friday.
I won't be there because Ryan was like, when does Sean work? We'll do it during that time.
That's exactly. You want to know how I tried to figure this out? I tried to look at as many schedules as I could from other streamers that are in our chat a lot. I'm like, when are they not streaming? Because I wanted to try to find a hole, and I'm sure it'll be.
Join you guys Thursday morning at 1 a.m.
It'll be inevitable that we'll have a conflict with somebody. But the good news is we're leading into Fishy McFish's stream. In fact, I'm told the return stream from Mr. Fishy McFish YT, and that's significant because on Friday during Gaming Morning Show, Fishy McFish will join us to play 5 questions. So that is coming up this week. Pretty excited about that.
News to our audience and you, Ryan. Fridays, my lunch is starts usually sometime around the 12 o'clock hour. So we could test Mobile Studio, Sean, and I could hop in and see how that goes.
Oh, Sean on the old Mobile Studio. Let's go. I would let a hippo kill me too. Too cute. RHS Jack. I am not afraid of hippos. They are vegetarian. They ate my uncle, who is vegan. I hear aren't hippopotamuses like the most dangerous animal in terms of the amount of humans killed per year?
They kill more people than lions.
Baby hippos are super cute, but then they grow up to be dangerous hippos.
My favorite hippos are the ones from Disneyland that have been going under the water and above the water and then wiggle their ears for decades.
You can always rely on them.
A hippopotamus never forgets. I know it's not really a hippopotamus. Just let it go.
A hippopotamus never forgets, but Maiko sometimes does.
Kiki, we would be honored. We would be honored to have your presence, but understandable if you cannot make it. Fiona the hippo, she's a queen. Damn queen. Okay? Listen to Austin Attack. Okay. It is National Peking Duck Day. Isn't that a dish, right?
Yeah, it is.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. National Thesaurus Day. What's another word for National Thesaurus Day? Anybody?
I can't come up with it.
National Winnie the Pooh Day, which is an interesting day. Winnie needs to find some pants, though. So, National.
At least we discovered why it's National Winnie the Pooh Day, because it's A.A. Milne's birthday. So, I'll allow that one.
National Michigan Day, Blue Monday, and Family Mediation Week.
What is Blue Monday?
When's
It's a great
family
song.
meditation?
Or great band.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, not to be confused with Family Meditation Week. Reading is tough, y'all. Reading is tough. And of course, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the U.S. So that is an event going on today, which also apparently is part of the reason that Mike is here, because today is a holiday for many. So
Monday.
global
January
book of
marks
alternate
Blue Monday,
words day.
the most depressing day of the year.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Just wanted to share. Yeah.
Well, that's great. All right, we are dropping into a game mode called Fire Team Dirty Bomb, and there's only really one reason that we're doing this. Welcome to the first edition of Camper's Corner. Mike, Sean, and I will drop somewhere, which go ahead and hit X, because it really doesn't matter where, and we're going to go to the same place together, and we are going to let Sean rant a little bit about a New York Times article that Sean read today. We're going to go over here. This little building. This is where we live now.
Snowmobile. Going.
Is it an actual snowmobile or is it a building named Snowmobile?
There's actually a snowmobile down there.
Can we take it into the building?
Okay,
'Cause
so
that'd
go
be
upstairs. All right,
Ooh,
here we
there's a lot
go,
of hats
right
on
here.
the wall.
All right,
Sorry.
welcome everybody. Sean is here, the first edition ever on Gaming Morning Show of Camper's Corner. Hi, Sean. Welcome to
so
Camper's
this-
Corner.
A little context. This is an idea we've had since before day one of Gaming Morning Show. Of when we have a topic that we need to rant about or talk about, we play a game, and we go hide in a corner, and we have Camper's Corner. So this is our safe space. This is where we get to rant and rave about a certain topic. And today's topic I'd like to present to the Camper's Corner trio is this awful New York Times article that is bashing video games and saying kids are playing too much video games and having too much screen time during the pandemic, which is just absurd, because what do you want them to do? Go to little Timmy's house and get the virus, or go to the park with all the kids with sicknesses and dying? And no, they're going to stay home. And yeah, you need some balance. Have them read a book. Let them play some video games. Let them watch some TV. I'm not worried about the screen time right now. You shouldn't be worried about it, and you sure as heck shouldn't be writing about it and putting it on the front page of New York Times. That's irresponsible. Let the kids play their video games. Gentlemen, thoughts?
First off, I like how you said in Austin, clip this, goes to little Timmy's house to get the virus. I mean, they could be running around with Copia getting fined for playing Pokemon Go in the middle of the streets. I mean, that could be happening, right?
Anything that promotes proper safety and staying home and staying socially distant and still being able to have some sort of social interaction, play your Roblox. I don't care. Talk with your friends. I'm told. Do we have a fourth? Welcome, Billy Thundergun to Camper's Corner.
I think I like it there better. Oh my
I'm-
gosh.
I said this earlier. I'll say it again. We usually are really restricted on screen time with our kids. We want them to have a well-rounded environment where they have some screen time, they have some video game time, but they do other things. We let them get Switches because you know what? They've been great during this pandemic, and they have been troopers, and they deserve to be able to have some fun and play the Pokemans together.
Billy Thundergun, what's your thoughts on this? Yeah, do you want to being out? Good point, Chris. Do you want to being out boiling Furbies when they find out that the Blair Witch Project was filmed in their neck of the woods? No, we don't want that. Just in case, I got smoke over here, and over here too.
Green smoke.
It's always important to have smoke just in case.
I'm
Listen,
gonna-
I will say this: I haven't been able to read the article because the procedure. Did Billy Thundergun just die? Oh no, everything's fine.
No, he's right.
Poor Billy Thundergun. Is the procedure for the show is we put all the stuff in our rundown about 20 or less minutes to the start of the show. So I haven't had a chance to fully look at this. My two biggest gripes are A, they picked a photo of kids playing a PlayStation. Literally the original PlayStation 1, I think is how it's termed now.
Yep.
And so they couldn't have found an updated photo. That would have been cool. And then secondly, video games have helped me through the most difficult mental health stretch of my at least adult life, if not recent life. Point being, yes, I agree. When I used to be in my room playing Troy Aikman football by myself, NFL Game Day, watching the running back last name Goff because it was in the game, which was awesome. I would be playing there for hours by myself. But now that I can be connected to great people like spinning Look It's Mike O, and squatting and spinning Sports.gaming, and of course my best friend Billy Thundergun. I mean,
Thanks,
I'm going to be
Billy.
able to play this. It's helped me out quite a bit.
And using Zach Zwiesen's words from Kotaku, who wrote up information about this New York Times article, he says the article literally opens with a quote from the father about how he feels like he has, quote, failed his son, end quote, because he plays video games and uses his phone. It's like something I would have seen in the 90s on some local news broadcast with clips of kids playing NES in the background. Read the room, New York Times.
Uh-oh.
That was me.
Okay.
All right. Do you feel satisfied?
Back to spinning.
I'll never be satisfied.
How are you doing? How you feeling? You feeling dizzy yet?
This game sucks. I'm just kidding.
Billy, how you doing? Pull out your bazooka if you're good. Pull out your launcher. Yes, Billy's good. That a
I
boy.
think we're about to lose.
Let's
Should
go.
we
with
win
this.
this now?
Yeah, let's go take this
Well, I
back.
think-
And
I
that
think they
concludes the
blew
first
up.
ever edition of Camper's Corner. Thanks
out,
for
there's a
being with
grenade.
us on Gaming.
Look out!
Morning
Look
Show.
out! There was a grenade.
I can't.
I saved your life.
By absorbing the... Oh, all bombs detonated. Everything's great.
Dang it, Billy.
I jumped on the grenade for you, Ryan. You didn't even get hurt at all.
I'm gonna shoot the snowman. I'm gonna shoot him in the nose. I don't like your top hat. It's not part of the outfit Olaf wears. I'm gonna find your buttons and shoot up and down. Gonna take out these branches too. I'm gonna shoot the snowman.
Oh, Billy's taking off on that snowmobile.
Doesn't have to be a snowman. Billy, come back. I'm getting shot.
Billy
What?
quit.
Billy
Billy
quit?
the team.
No, Billy's still there. Wait,
No,
is
he,
it
like,
just
left the team?
I killed somebody.
wait? Is it just teams of 4? So that was our only teammate was Billy Thundergun.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yep. He came into this just hoping to get a win.
Oh, good old Billy Thundergun. He's like, today is the day that I'm gonna win a game of Dirty Bomb or
Dirty
whatever this is
Bomb.
called.
And
Oh,
I did get a kill.
Did Billy switch operators? Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, I'm getting shot
Oh, there's-
from
oh, I have a box.
there. Oh, I'm
What's
dead.
this?
There was
I
actually
dropped-
That's exciting.
there was
I
actually
dropped
people
the
that were shooting.
Tesseract from the MCU.
Did you say the Sister Act from MCU?
I dropped the Tesseract.
Oh, I love Sister Act. Could you imagine Sister Act, but with like
Tesseract
Hulk?
3 is coming.
Yeah, with Hulk and Captain America.
I can only redeploy on Billy right now, and I don't want to do that. Ah, there we go. Now I can redeploy on mine.
Am I in danger?
Real. It's funny how you're playing a mode called Dirty Bomb, and a lot of today's show has been talking about poop. Oh my gosh, it hurts. It hurts inside. Bad people.
Whoop, I see a bad person.
I mean, I am bad guy does not mean I am bad guy.
This snowmobile is not very good. Oh.
I'm bleeding out. Oh no! Oh no!
Poop.
Oh no! Oh no!
True,
Oh,
the true Dirty
Incoming missile.
Bomb.
okay, I don't think we're gonna win this.
It's 8:18.
Oh.
So we have 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna have to quit on old Billy Thundergun here.
Sorry, Billy.
Oh,
This vote takes a long time.
I got some uranium.
Yeah, that's the Tesseract I was talking about.
Yeah.
Jack. They called me the crop duster. Oh, I want a snowmobile. Y'all want to have a snowmobile race?
Kinda. Ooh, yeah, there's one. Hey, you cheated.
Well, I didn't know. Where's the starting line?
Oh, I don't know.
Right now.
Right here. We'll race on a non-snow. with
Oh,
these
I'm getting
snowmobiles.
shot at. On your mark, it's a go.
Oh, there's 2 here. We could have a big snow. Oh, yeah, you started the race like my kids start a race.
I was getting shot at. Every man for
Eventually, they
himself.
tell you that it started 10 minutes after it started.
You didn't shoot me. You didn't get me.
It's alright. I'm getting a new snowmobile.
Oh, he shot me.
Alright, guys, you want to hop in my snowmobile?
I just want someone to revive me. Billy! Come here, the thunder gun.
Forget this.
No, all my uranium popped out of my
Guys.
deadness.
Thunder gun.
Come get in my snowmobile.
I'm trying. I can't. You need to be more protected.
I'm air deploying.
Okay,
Oh,
here I
that's a
come.
very large snowmobile.
I am now on your very big snowmobile. Everything's fine. I'm sure that missile will just bounce off of us.
Thunderstruck.
Mike's our hood ornament.
Well, I'm
Oh, that didn't
not
happen. Well,
surviving anymore.
I'm gonna run into Bane here. All right, everyone out of the game. Here we go.
Sorry, Billy.
All right, Billy, you'll always be remembered. And that was the first edition of Camper's Corner. Can we have hearts in chat for Billy Thundergun? Come on now, Billy. What a
Billy was
trooper
great,
that
man.
Billy Thundergun is. Sports.gaming got so frustrated we just left my party.
Oh, my bad.
Error.
I'll
I
always
lost
remember
connection to the host.
Billy Thundergun. I'm gonna find this guy on Twitter.
Hey
Twitter.
Billy, do you remember that time we were on a team together?
Just be like, hey Billy, thanks for joining us on the first ever
Camper's Corner.
What are you talking about? You guys were terrible.
Exactly. Just like that New York Times article. Take that. It is 8:21 West Coast time, 11:21 on the East, 4:21 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Astronomers have discovered something called Super Earth. It sounds like the lair of your favorite, superhero character, right? Where are you from? I'm from Super Earth. This is from ABC7. Apparently, there's a hot, rocky exoplanet orbiting one of the oldest stars in the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy.
Milky.
So milky.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called an exoplanet because it's located out of our solar system.
That's a good reason.
New discovery, though, is that 50% bigger than Earth this planet is, and 3 times its mass.
It's huge.
That's why they're calling it a super Earth. So I don't know really what that
Animals are they
means.
scared of?
Like, it's great. There's another planet that's giant. Can it have life?
That we can't get to.
Does your super Earth have life? The super Earth is the equivalent of fighting a shark in Sean's house. Doesn't make any sense. If you can just do that.
I would win. The show's really going down the toilet. Poop joke.
Poop joke. So if you want to read more about that, putting it in the chat right now. All right. It is time for that moment everybody's been waiting for. Your whole weekend was leading up to this moment. And that was the moment we had a chance to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall into the Monster's Mouth. Everybody's been waiting for it. I got tweets all weekend. Actually, I didn't. You want to know why? Because Don't Let the Person Falling from the Balloons or floating in the balloons fall into the monster's mouth is too long for Twitter.
The Super Earth stuff is really underwhelming because apparently they've discovered 1,336 other Super Earths.
Yeah, this is Super Earth 3. It was my favorite sequel to Super Earth 1.
Are there sharks there?
Yeah. Sean killed them all.
Maybe that's where street sharks came from.
All right, here you go. 1 minute to get your letters in. We already have T, D, P, and Q. That's an O. TD poop. TD poop.
Another
Good morning, Game Pride. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. For our first real letter, I'm going to use Austin's. Sorry, Sports.Gaming. Sucks to be you. R and an E from the real AJ Storm. So we got R and E in the back end there. Back end.
Nice.
Poop. L from Kiki Low.
I like to make a guess. I
Gabe
believe
Pride gives us
Shaquille
an
O'Neal.
S.
Thank you.
Who do you Shaquille O'Neal?
Yep.
T from Austin. all the poop from the real AJ Storm. Yes, if you're just joining us, you've missed a lot of poop, and also we're asking you about your worst fears when it comes to animals. Are you afraid of certain bodies of water? A from AJ Storm. All right. We're close. 2 balloons left, and a total of 3 and 5 letters. A was already guessed.
Betty White.
M. Are we really going to lose the first game of the day?
It's usually how it happens.
We did do this last time.
Yeah.
D.
Arnold Palmer.
Real AJ's not scared to guess what could be the last letter, and it was. The answer we were looking for was Oprah Winfrey, and we have a 0 balloon start. But wait,
You know,
Sean.
had you guessed my O's and P's like I wanted.
That
We
is a
still
good
would-
point. He did right.
You
Oh,
did, yeah, that's true. But wait, much like the plot of Ready Player One, right behind Sean's ear or something, there's an extra life coin for some reason. So we cue it back up with sports.
Sports.
Oh, I was.
Do you want me to give you
confused.
the
I thought
P
we
and the
were
O
rehashing.
now?
No, I'm over it.
Kiki, I just realized there were balloons being pooped. Popped.
Pooped.
R. Ampersand. Why do I hang out with you two?
It could be in there.
It's true. Could be. Plus sign. And ha 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 ha.
That's not a letter, Austin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're... Mike is the one who lectures. Kiki, did you have a poops oops?
Poops.
A poops oops. We got S, I guess, Y from Real AJ. Hit it. 9. Gabe Pride with an A. Ooh, I think I know what this one is.
Yeah, too.
Archear
It's
is the guess from
archaeology.
Austin.
Archaeology.
Archery, let's go. Sound effects department.
Bing, bing.
Holy cow. What is this? A figure of speech. 5 letters, 1 letter, 4 letters, 2 letter, 2 letter. Let's go.
A. Q. 63.
Shaquille.
I see a T.
Oh.
I see an A.
A river runs through it.
It's my elven name, who ironically is amazing at archery. I.
Oh, I believe the last word may be it.
R. Titanic allotted. Stick a fork in it. Ooh, that might be it. Real AJ.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. What the fork? Stick a fork in it.
stick a dork in it.
5 balloons for a magic total of 9. We are on the precipice of an
Good thing this is
all-time
the
high.
The
The
precipice.
first game.
Yep, first
Yeah.
try. First try. All right, here we go. This one is famous characters, 5 letters, 6 letters.
Chewbacca.
Donald Duck.
R.
Yar. Whoa. That was a big one. I think I figured
Harry.
it out. Yeah.
H
Yeah.
A R R Y
P.
A was guessed.
O P.
Did I hear O P? O P?
Poop.
Oh, we got a Harry Potter from Real AJ. P
Harry Pooper.
O T T E R. A new gaming morning show record.
Woo!
14 balloons. Sound effects department. Chat. Harry Pooper. Harry Chewbacca. Harry Pooper. So good.
Killing you.
Shaq Pooper.
Snakes. This
Big
one is
Shaq
snakes.
Pooper Diesel.
Snakes on a plane.
T.
still don't understand why there were snakes on that plane.
I never
Snakes
saw
can't
that movie.
fly.
Have you ever flown on a
I didn't either.
plane without snakes? I mean, it's kind of boring.
I hate flying, so every airplane ride is an adventure for me.
You hate flying
I hate it with a passion,
because of the procedure or the like a fear?
like a fear. Like
Whoa.
I hate roller coasters as well. So like I don't like the falling thing, like when you get turbulence and stuff.
Not a big
And
fan of
everyone's
Tom
like, "Ah,
Petty
it's-
either.
Anaconda.
Don't want none.
Ooh,
Once you get one, so-
Aardvark from RHS Jack. Nope, no R.
Also, it ends in an A. Good job keeping up the mirage.
Is this like alpaca? A-L-P?
Oh,
Good.
C.
Yes.
Alpaca. We save one balloon.
is he waving or like saying
Famous
no, he's doing
people.
Mutombo.
H-woo.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Chewbacca.
Isn't alpaca like a llama type thing?
Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. It's llama.
It's a state of mind. E. Famous people. We have 4 minutes left total for this game. We are up to 15, a record. Leonard Chewbacca. Shaq.
We're on a roll.
Edward. I'm going to guess D
Edward
off that.
Scissorhands.
Nope, no D. Oh, you can't say JK. Can't do that.
No, those were his next two letters, J and
I'm so responsive, Austin. L. Ooh, lots of
Ernie.
L's.
R.
No. R. Anyone know what a
Ellen.
pirate's favorite letter is?
Yeah,
Anyone?
we done?
Anyone?
Yeah, I think we. Q.
Edward James Olmos.
Yep. No, that looks about right.
All right, host, you can guess.
Elfie. E-L? What?
Yes, AJ, you know the joke. All right, we got a V from Chris M. Yee. Oh, now I think I have an idea. I'm not going to guess a
it's
T.
Mr.
Yeah, Elvis
Presley.
Presley. Man, we are crushing old records. Old records be damn. Elvira. I said Elvira. Boom, boom, boom.
I was watching a video this weekend where someone was videotaping Graceland, and you're not supposed to, but you're not allowed to go to Elvis's room. And that dude in the video was hypothesizing that's because Elvis is there. He was very sure.
Like on the tour of Graceland, you're not
Yeah.
allowed to take photographs?
You're not supposed to video it or anything
Wow.
because Elvis lives there, so they can't have pictures of Elvis getting out. Duh, Elvis and Tupac share a room.
Don't quit, Austin. You stick. Austin, look at me. Okay, you hang in there. You keep guessing letters. Because that's what we do on Gaming Morning Show. We try and try again when we can't use the bathroom. All
To be
right.
fair, she just picked like 5 letters.
9! I'm happy that joke's
You
picking up.
take mine. That's my guess though. 98 is my new guess.
98 degrees. Wow. You know, if you don't like my
Electric-
games, y'all, you can pick new games, okay? If you don't want it,
Electric eel.
wouldn't that be funny today? Oh, by this way, this is books and
Oh, it's a
movies.
book.
Paging Nintendo nerds.
It's the Nintendo Nerd Hour. Where is he?
We just dedicated an hour. Oh, I know you, chat, like this game. I'm talking about those wise.
We like the game. We just have added to it for ourselves. We're here mostly to entertain ourselves.
That's good. That's always important.
Pretty much.
You never tried my Tildy.
You.
Tildy.
Tilda Swinton,
Tilda Swinton? She's an amazing actor.
which, by the way, I forgot about that movie that was trending. Burn the Papers. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Tilda Swinton.
Ocean's 11.
Great Escape NYC.
Mr. and Mrs.
Oh, I watched
believe
the
this is
Cinema
that.
Sins for that the other day. Did you watch that one?
That was good.
Great.
All right, this is our last one. We have to get it.
Creams.
We could get over 20 balloons. AJ with
Dreams.
an L. Oh wait, no, we had an. Oh, Anna already guessed. L. Oh, we have one balloon left.
Dream Weaver. I can. I forgot the
One of my favorite scenes from Wayne's World. All
word.
right,
Accurate.
I'm gonna guess the last letter. I'm gonna go Wheel
D.
of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune.
I'm sorry. What was that?
They count it. Wheel of Storchin.
M.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, goodbye. Dream. Nope. Freaky Friday. 19 balloons though, chat.
Oh.
I am super proud of you for
Great
coming
job.
together and getting that done. Dreamy something.
I'm so proud.
All right, fine, Sean. What did I say? Miss Torchin? Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Storchin.
I mean, is that really a mispronunciation as much as it is? It's just not the right word.
No, that's
54 mispronunciations on Gaming Morning Show. Bing. All right. Yeah, I can't find the trending topic, but there was some Brad Pitt movie. It was from like '08. George, it's the one where I remember the preview clear as day. Like Brad Pitt works in a gym and like does this like dance thing, and it was in the previews. He's wearing his headphones. It's because someone stole a laptop from the Capitol during the insurrection, and so
burn after reading.
burn after reading. That's what I was thinking. I said something about papers. Anyway, that came up in my mind just now.
Cool. That's great.
That's
It
not
is
a
Gaming Morning Show, 8:36 on the West Coast, 11:36 in the East, and 4:36 in the UK. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. You can find us at all of these places. I really wish y'all would join. We could harmonize when we do the riff. Can you harmonize
I
a
like
riff? I don't know.
Sure. You can harmonize it.
You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. Of course, find us via gms.watch, which is our website. And big thanks again to our latest patron, Travis Casey. Travis Casey was kind enough to subscribe through Patreon. The early adopter tier is on now. So you have the opportunity to join us for less than a Twitch subscription, and hopefully with some more benefits. You can find out more about that patreon.com/gamingmorningshow.
Friends with benefit?
Some of our top feared animals, alligators were on that list, a lot of spiders and snakes. I did say the thing, yeah, you were right, AJ, the arachnid thing was true. Coyotes were why were coyotes on that list before wolves?
Because the noises they make. Because honestly, coyote noises are worse than the actual creature.
Yes.
If you've ever heard a bunch, it sounds like a bunch of children dancing in the woods, and it's awful.
So I hadn't, as much as I grew up with coyotes nearby, I hadn't. One day I left work, which is around a very wooded area, and I was walking to my car at roughly 10 o'clock at night, and the parking lot was empty, and all I heard in the woods surrounding me was that noise.
Yeah.
And I recorded it, ran to my car, and then tried to figure out what the hell I just heard. And then I Googled, what's the sound that a coyote makes? It is awful.
Sure enough.
I heard that song.
There was a ghost story at one of the camps that I worked at
Famous
about
kid
like
song.
a tree falling on a tent full of kids, and then they all died, and now they haunt the woods. And it turns out it was just the coyotes. But oh my god, that's a terrible, terrible noise.
In our
Yeah,
ongoing...
Don't you remember when that song went viral? What does the coyote say? Do, 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 do.
What does the coyote say?
It doesn't say that, 'cause that would be fun.
It was so bad. Never won. I'm gonna get that glass first. You can't take it from me.
Tony Stank is who this guy is.
did,
Tony
did,
Stank.
did our friend Thundergun join us?
That'd be awesome. I kind of want to send him a friend request. Hey, remember that time that we were all just chilling in that room and you were standing there trying to participate?
Oh gosh, I just watched you die. I go around the corner, you just got popped in the face.
It didn't go well.
In the face. Can we get coyote noises in the chat?
What does the fox say?
I covered that song one time, and my daughter, who was like 4 at the time, loved it. She wanted me to play it all the time.
So I have
It's a terrible song.
an odd thing that just I realize now. Anytime that I hear you say something along the lines of, I had a song that I covered, my brain goes into journalist mode, and because you cover events, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, why would you cover a song? And then it makes sense in a split second. But my brain immediately was like, was he on the music beat? Real AJ makes coyote noise that scares my neighbors.
His name Hours.
I gotta get all these tags.
Boo.
Coming
Some
this
of
fall.
these
Scared the heck out of me.
What are you
We gotta
covering this
start
week?
playing
Oh, I
game
missed.
modes.
That's embarrassing. That was no one saw that, right?
I didn't.
I just whiffed on the Melee, which was the name of my band in high school.
No one watched. Oh
With-
god, I just mace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Whiffed on the Melee.
It's a pretty good name. Are they a screamo band?
I just got knifed. What dumb.
I hate knifers. No knifer. I'll have to go back to shooting out car windows again, aren't I?
Thank you, Chris. No one saw that for sure. I agree.
Oh, my chat's not scrolling. I hate it when that happens.
When is your clip show, Chris? Is it this Saturday? Because I think you said you're alternating.
I hope I didn't make it on that show. Chris happened to come in the one night I was playing Blair Witch and proceeded to scream a bunch. And Nintendo Nerds was nice enough to clip it for me.
Nintendo Nerds is the best.
Excuse me. Where is Nintendo? Can we have a check on
Probably
Nintendo?
busy.
Might not have to work today, so maybe sleeping.
Sleep is good.
Walking the dogs.
All right, Saturday afternoon. You heard it here first. Find Chris M. Yee on Twitch.
Chris, in the afternoon.
Let's see. We did shout out Super. We shouted out Austin. We shouted out Copia. We shouted out Dasonex. We shouted out Dr. Chick. So we should have everybody who I have shout outs built for. And then we talked about DRG and Kate Zaid. In fact, after this game, I think we are going to raid DRG, who's online right now. So, otherwise known as our friend Japan.
Hey, Japan. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
AJ just sent an email to Nintendo. Dear Nintendo at Nintendo.com. Definitely got to back rolls, I promise.
I don't remember seeing back rows on last night.
Yeah,
You took the
the
night
day
off.
off. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. But I planned my week.
And if you don't know, now you know. Shout out Nintendo Nerds in the chat. Nintendo Nerds in the afternoon. Nah.
We haven't seen Colty this morning either. He must have the day off.
Well, he's probably making the 46th anniversary podcast as we speak, so.
Colty vibes.
There goes my culty. There's a sniper down this lane.
Somewhere over the Colty, way up high. He's still sleeping because it's a day off once in a lullaby. No, stop it. Oh, that's a sentry turret. I can't kill that.
Oh gosh. It's a whole bunch of angry people coming my way.
So Backrolls was running a tabletop game. Thanks,
Hmm.
Chris.
So, are you reporting some illegal gambling coming from Backrolls?
Sure. So I think Chris Mai is the mayor of Twitch. He knows all and sees all.
I'm sorry, what? Chris Mai?
Chris
is that what
Mai. Yeah, Mai is the mayor of Twitch. You have a problem with how I said Chris's name?
Nope. Nope. Why would I have a problem with the way that you incorrectly said Chris ME's name?
Mai.
Whoa, I blowed up.
Chris Mai.
Mai.
We're losers.
No, Chris Mai.
Gaming Morning Show, 8:45 West Coast time, 11:45 for those watching on the East Coast, or 4:45 in the UK. It is Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And we have some proud news. Travis was the last. Before we got a new patron. Welcome to the early adopter program, Austin Attack. Thank you so much for supporting us through the early adopter tier that we have 100 spots for, and or probably just or till the end of the March, because you can't really have both. So there you go.
Uh-oh, Sean left.
Oh, Sean, please, Sean, come back. Please, Sean, come
Baby,
back
come
for
back.
us. Sean, come back. Please come back, Sean. Thank you, Austin,
now
so
I want
much.
to know what
Sarah.
Austin's email address is.
I'm sorry, what?
Austin said, please don't tell anyone my email address. Do not make fun of me.
Oh, Austin.
So now you have to say what it is.
Listen. So yesterday, no, please don't save that for content, because that is always one of my favorite topics, especially when I can tease it, because we can have lots of people. What was your first email address? Because yesterday I had to give my first email address to somebody on the phone, and I just spelled the whole thing because I'm too embarrassed to say it. It was an interesting time of my life. It was when I was dirty dancing at the beach house in the summer. Did you know they remade Dirty Dancing back in like 2017?
Well, it was like Havana Nights or something. Yeah.
No, it was a made-for-TV movie. Havana Nights came out. That was like a sequel. But there was like an ABC movie, Dirty Dancing, 2017.
I'm sure it was terrible.
I'm sure it was great. My first one wasn't even as bad as the one connected to my PayPal.
Hey, Austin, I want to send you some money via PayPal. I'm going to need your email address.
Please send it to paypal.com/AustinAttack12. We have some good news, at least seemingly good news. Dr. Dre is back home. Was hospitalized for a while. There was that one story about Dr. Dre saying, hey, I'm cool, but Dr. Dre was still in the hospital, right? Well, now Dr. Dre is back home, according to CNN. Quote, attorney Peter Paterno, he's home and on the mend. Paterno said in
Hopefully
a
his
brief
people
email
are
to
better.
CNN on Sunday. Was that it? How brief was this email?
Hopefully it's better than, was it Tanya Roberts person?
PayPal.com/Blue Chickens
Ooh,
Roll.
yeah. March watch party, Dirty Dancing reboot.
Okay, are you getting this down, stenographer?
I already forgot what
Come on.
February was.
Did you not even move it?
It's been here the whole time, and I can't tell you how many times I've tried to actually type, and I reach for this one, and then have to reach for the other one.
I actually think it's funnier when you pull it out from like behind you like you're a cartoon. Hey, could you jot down a note for me, please?
Ding.
Stick around. We got our clip of the day. We have our takeaways that were pretty okay coming up on Gaming Morning Show. It is now 8:49. A quick game of Kill Confirmed, hopefully, and then we'll have our clip of the day, our takeaways that were pretty okay. We want yours too, chat, and then we will also have a hosting of DRG games on Twitch. The comically large gulp of coffee added to the scene. Thank you for saving my life.
Do what you can. Killed the AFK guy for the second time.
Nintendo nerds! You're late.
Backrolls is trying to fill the role of Austin Attacks for the day.
Back rolls, you had me so worried.
We were sending a search party.
We were gonna send a welfare check and tell them to look through the state of California for backrolls, because that would have been easy to narrow down. Where does he live? I don't know. California. His name's Backrolls. Find him.
Have we summoned everyone just by talking first Kiki? Then that's true. We did get into Kiki after just be like, oh, when's Kiki getting here? Hi guys.
We had magic powers.
All right, ready? Let's try this.
Oh, I died once.
Shannon Sharp. Oh, so sad.
You see, Ryan, there's a man coming here. I like to just come and run around.
Hey, guys, up here. Come up here.
I'm busy. I'm shooting bad guys.
Come here, Mike. Mike, I found the briefcase. Is this the briefcase we have to keep?
Where? Where's this briefcase?
Right here. Right here.
That's
There's
that
no
the one-
briefcase.
that's carpet.
Oh, I died.
Oh, is it not on your screen? I have a
No,
briefcase.
there's no briefcase.
Oh,
Are you
now
okay?
I've got it stuck on Mike's butt.
Here's a briefcase.
I threw a grenade at
Over here.
It bounced off of you and then killed me. Kiki's back. All right, this is perfect. Does anyone know how to get a hold of Kiki? Yeah, you just say her name. That's all you got to do.
It works every time.
She comes out. You're like, hey, what's up?
You rang. Oh, Real AJ just said the underwhelming statement of probably our stream or my gameplay life. AJ, Ryan, you've killed yourself way too many times with your own nades today. Could you imagine,
No.
Sean?
Unheard of.
I am the best. That is the one thing that I can guarantee about our gameplay. Ryan will make more mistakes than anyone else in Call of Duty. It's Snufkin! Little Snufkin! I'm so sorry, Snufkin. So when I see LHT, my brain for some reason goes, it's Little Snufkin! And I don't know why. I would actually probably like to know what LHT actually stands for, because then I'll remember. But yeah, I said, hey, we're gonna tomorrow Q&A and music with Little Snufkin, and I was like, no, that's not it. Oh my gosh. That's true. We did get the vote of chat to say that's your MC name. So when you release your LP.
Oh. So when I see this person's name, it just speaking of your brain saying things, I keep thinking it's Harry Styles, but that's because of Austin. She has an unhealthy obsession with Harry Styles. Oh, it's just this guy. Everyone else
Yeah,
left.
it's sad.
Pistol it is.
Ah, Long Hail Tales. Okay, perfect. Which, by the way, I watched Snufkin on Twitch the other day. Which tomorrow, Q&A and music. And because I don't have the time, would you please let me know what time you're going on tomorrow?
Quick scope.
But we have a Q&A and music session with LHT Snufkin on twitch.tv/LHT Snufkin.
Tales as old as time.
Why are you laughing at me?
I blew myself up.
Okay, I think I just said LKT Snufkin at one point, so I just Snufkin, you're Snufkin. That's what I just got to go Snufkin because I can't do much more than that. 6 p.m. GMT +1. Hut.
Omaha, Omaha.
Whew, man. Yeah, I forgot I don't have
This is gonna
stick
take a
grenades,
long time.
and I blew myself up.
I know you're back here. Maybe you actually aren't back here. Okay, bye.
Oh, sniped.
Yeah, so Nintendo, tell me more about your illegal gambling ring that you're running. I heard tabletop games.
Yeah, what game were you playing? Were you playing Dominoes?
Parcheesi?
Parcheesi.
Backgammon?
Back rolls gammon.
Oh, that's so good, Sean! We could play back rolls gammon.
That's so fetch. I don't know what that means.
Nobody does. Stop trying to make it happen. We're one of life's winners today. 42 to 7. That's a score of one of the Broncos' Super Bowl losses for sure.
We're the best.
All right, that is the end of the gameplay for Gaming Morning Show. It's called The Warren. Backrolls Gammon is in workshop mode. Done. I love it. Coming soon to twitch.tv/Nintendo Nerds. Backrolls Gammon. We did miss you yesterday.
Okay, bye.
I especially missed you, Nintendo, because I've missed your Sunday stream quite a bit lately. And Saturday night, I was like, okay, Nintendo streams tomorrow. I gotta remember to watch. And then I saw your tweet. We're taking the day off. And I'm like, damn it! Brutal. All right, well, to recap the show, we'll have our takeaways that were pretty okay. Sponsored by www.prettyokay.com. Which, by the way, so Alien, I had problems yesterday. Superphonics Sunday mornings, like Pacific time around 7 a.m., plays Among Us. And I'm like, I want to play. So I get up Sunday morning, and I go to play a couple of times, and my computer just crashes multiple times. And so I was getting frustrated. I quit playing. And then Alien comes in Discord and says, hey, I can help you out. So apparently Alien's good at this stuff, right? And we get to the point where, I finally get my computer at least back up and running and get Among Us to play and all this stuff. And I go inside and I was like, yeah, no, Alien helped me. And my daughter goes, you mean Alien, who's pretty okay? I'm like, look at you.
Nice.
Yes. So that was pretty good. All right, let's have our clip of the day, and then we'll have our takeaways that are pretty okay, and then we're going to send you on Twitch over to DRG Games. Big thanks again to Travis and Austin Attack for becoming our latest GMS early adopters on Patreon. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, everybody, it's the clip of the day. Did you just toot using your keyboard? Our clip of the day won't play. Why isn't it playing? What? Why won't it play? I told it to play. Alright, I unmuted you so you can help me fill. It won't play.
Is it because I didn't say toot toot?
Probably. Try that.
Toot, toot.
Toot toot.
That's why. They say that one Volta's electric eel able to subdue small fish with an 860 volt jolt is scary enough. And now imagine over 100 eels swirling about, unleashing coordinated electric attacks. That would be like 8,600 volts. By 8,600, I mean 86,000 volts, because I'm multiplying times 100, not by 10. See what I'm saying? Like, it becomes a whole different ballgame when you think about it like that.
Oh,
Coordinated electric attacks was my metal band in high school.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coordinated Electric Attack. All right, so we're back to live. Hold on. Okay, I could not have screwed the pooch more on the clip of the day, but that's not it. That wasn't even nearly as funny as the actual clip of the day. Hold on. I found it. Stand by. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here comes the clip of the day. Costner turns 66 today.
favorite actor?
Yeah, Field of Dreams was a pretty awesome movie. If it had not, speaking of irrational fears, it terrified me of eating hot dogs on the bleachers. Like
I mean,
legitimately.
that's a good fear to have. It's healthy, you know. But nah, he's great. Minus Waterworld, everything is pretty amazing. Pretty okay.
Wow. So, Estelle Getty passed away in 2008. B. Arthur passed away in 2009. And then Rue McClanahan passed away in 2010.
Wow.
How terrified do you think Betty White was of 2011?
2011.
Unless maybe Betty White's the reason.
I was gonna say maybe Betty White sucked the age out of them, and that's why she's
There can
living to
only be
99.
I am the goldenest of them all.
This is like, there can be only one.
It's like Highlander.
Yeah.
That is your clip of the day. That was so much better than the other one I found. I had the wrong one. Kakuri, you got here. We were talking about the Golden Girls, and Sean found the list of when they all died. It was Betty White's fault. All right, it is time for our takeaways that were pretty okay. If you have one, you can let us know in the chat. You can always tell us in Discord as well. We'll start with Sean. What is your takeaway that was pretty okay?
My takeaway is that I really enjoy playing games with Ryan and Mike, but the teammate of the year goes to Billy Thundergun.
Good old Billy Thundergun. Mike?
My takeaway that was pretty okay is that Betty White is some sort of super Highlander that destroyed all the other Golden Girls so that she may live forever.
My takeaway that was pretty okay is that the New York Times has to hire a new photo editor. Because finding a photo from the mid or to late 90s for a published article in 2021. Oh my gosh. Other ones. I learned to never co-star with Betty White to avoid getting my life force absorbed. She's like a Sour Patch Kid in a jar full of Twizzlers. Billy Thundergun! Billy Thunderstrike! Oh my gosh. Billy Thunderdome! All right, I hope we can find Billy Thundergun, and we will.
Guest on tomorrow's show, Billy Thundergun.
We are, by the way, going to post on our YouTube page. We'll post our first ever Campers Corner because that was kind of fun, Sean. That we've wanted to do that for a while, and we were able to do it. And then, of course, Billy Thundergun shows up. Of course. All right, stick around if you're watching on Twitch. We're going to send you over to DRG Games playing Football Manager 2021. DRG has a charity stream coming up on the 29th and will join us sometime next week for an interview and playing 5 questions. Speaking of 5 questions, prior to our first ever GMS Games event, which is this Friday at 12:30 Pacific, 8:30 p.m. GMT, we are going to have Mr. Fishy McFish join us for 5 questions during Gaming Morning Show. So stick around for that. That's coming up as well. For everyone who made it possible today, that is Mike O in the bottom. That is Sean in the top left with his beautiful guitars. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you, chat. And thanks for everyone watching on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.